Chad, I have two options for an outfit today. I don't know what the second option is. I have the Adidas fit. I have it. It's washed. I have all of the parts except for the socks, but it's okay. It's all washed. It's clean. But I also have this bag and a peanut eating the goddamn light cable. You son of a bitch! Go. Shoot. Wait, no. Peanut. All right. Well, you're not getting light, because Peanut keeps eating the goddamn cable. But I got this package. I'm not sure who it's from, so we're gonna open it and we're gonna see what's in it. Because if it's like you're mispronouncing Adidas. Oh yeah, it's Adidas. But we're gonna. I have this bag, and so I don't know what's in it. So we're gonna find out. Stop chewing the cable, Peanut. Get out of here. No. Do not chew the cables. You son of a bitch. Every time I end stream chat, I have to take my power strip that powers the PC and lay it over the desk, so she doesn't eat them. It's a little stinker. But anyway, I got this bag, so we're gonna find out what's in this bag real quick. Adi suka des. What is this? That's pretty great. I'll fucking wear that unironically. That's the funny part about this one, is I'll wear this unironically. I love that. What else do we got? We got that, which is something I can't open on stream. Sus items. And then we got this. What is this like a vest? Is this just like a vest? A type of sus item? Let's just say I hope it fits. I hope this one fits. Am I wearing this right? I don't know if I'm... Is there like... There's a button here. Oh. Wait a minute. I think I'm doing it wrong. I don't understand. What? How am I supposed to put this on? What am I doing wrong? Looks like a house coat open to the rear. Open to the rear. Oh, so it's like... I wear it like this? There's pockets on the front. Chat, I'm very confused right now. Wear it without the skirt. What? Towel robe? Peanut, stop chewing the cables. I'm gonna have to like spray them with hot sauce or something. You're not gonna like that, Peanut. How do I wear this? Because like it doesn't. There's no way. It's got to be like this. Yes, but it's huge on you. So what you're telling me, Peanut, stop eating the cables. I'm gonna have to watch you this whole stream to make sure you don't do that. You're gonna. Goodness gracious, Peanut. Goodness, no. Stop that. I'm gonna pick you up out of there. I don't know how to wear this, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll figure it out later. But thank you. I'm not sure who sent this. Do I have a name? A card? No. Oh, it was Derek. Derek sent it. Alright. Alright, cool. Well, maybe I'll have to ask Derek how to put it on. But it's okay. I'll be right back, chat. I gotta go put on the outfit. Alright, chat. We have the Adidas fit. It's finally back. The Adidas fit. Chat is finally back. I can finally... Where's my macro? Where I need my macro right now. Where is it? Where is it? Thank you, Gio, for follow. Where the hell did that go? Oh, it's right here. I've got the macro chat. We're full Adidas mode right now. The only other thing that I could use to make this more Russian is if I had an AK. That's all I need. Wait a minute. Hold on. Put this right here. There we go. Now we're the fit is perfect. We're blessed. The fit is perfect. Lose the vest. The vest is like a part of the Adidas though. How would you know I'm wearing like full Adidas if I don't, have the vest on? It's a little bit hot in here, so I will lose the vest because it's a little bit hot in this room. You know what, chat? I could take this to the gym. Should I wear this to the gym? This is a pretty good gym fit right here. What would you do if someone like came to the gym wearing this? Yeah, suka. Is empty. We get. Alright, I gotta lose the hat so I can put my headphones on. There we go, chat. There we go. Like a mark on my nose? I think I do. That sucks. Background music. Properties. Monitor. There we go. Now I can hear the music. I always like to listen to the music too. All you need is a big ass bottle of vodka. You shankless. There's a video in your Discord DMs about the wearable bath towel. Oh, it's a wearable bath towel. Huh. Interesting. That's neat. How does that work? How are you supposed to wear this? Oh. Oh, I see. So it is like, you're supposed to wear, it is like a bath towel. Thank you for the 500 bits, Tracy. I'm very confused at this, like... It is a luxurious coral velvet bath towel. So it is a towel. It is like an actual bath towel. That's pretty cool. Like one image, she's just sitting there eating a sandwich. No, not even a sandwich. She's just eating 2 slices of bread. This is how. Apparently, chat. This is how you wear it. This is what I was unable to understand. Was this? Obviously, it's because I didn't have the two slices of bread and my Apple earphones, and that's why it didn't work. That's why I didn't understand it. Thank you. Oh shit. How many was that? Thank you for gifting 10 subs. Thank you for gifting 10 subs. Thank you so much. Scuffstra is just... Scuffstra's on point today. What's going on with my hair, too? I gotta... Ooh, what's going on with that? There we go. There we go. There we go. Finn just had a Scuffstra moment. Wait, what? What did Finn do? Who the fuck only eats 2 plain slices of bread? Honestly, I've been broke enough. I've been there. I've been there. Who holds a plate like that? Obviously, somebody who's very comfortable in their bath towel. You're the queen of scuffed, so it makes sense. I am the queen of scuffed. No one can take that away from me. No one can take that title. Not even Finster in his infinite scuffedness. Maybe she's prepping for a muling trip back to Bolivia. What? It's called an air sandwich. Yeah, I like air on my bread. Have you eaten anything today? I haven't had anything today yet, but I ate a fuck ton yesterday. I'm still a little bit like, ugh, from yesterday. I ate a lot yesterday. Because I ate like a burrito, but then I also ordered a pizza so that when Jizzy got here, he could have something to eat, which he did. But I ate like half of that too. So I ate like a burrito and half a pizza, and I was just like, bleh. It was delicious. And I was like, sort of proud of myself for being able to eat that much. Because, you know, I'm actively trying to gain weight, but it was like, damn, that's a lot of food. Thank you, Student08, for the subscription. 1 year of Astra. Wonder what sus item you got there. I got someone. It was another cage. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit though. I don't have much faith. I'm gonna be honest with you. Gotta build that yet. I'm eating 2 burgers right now. So good. Astra are normal amount. Yes, Astra ate a normal amount yesterday. Is still reeling from it. Honestly, I don't know if it was a normal amount. Cause like chat, you never order from like a Mexican restaurant and they give you like on DoorDash and they give you this little like thing of cheese. There's a Mexican place near me that I fucking love. They have the best burritos ever. But the issue is that they only, if you go into like the restaurant, they slather your burrito in this cheese sauce, like this queso cheese sauce, and it's delicious. Did I test it? Not yet. I guess I will after the stream. But it's like this delicious cheese, the white cheese sauce that they have at Mexican restaurants, right? And when you order off of DoorDash, though, you get this little fucking cup of it, and it's not enough. It's just not enough to cover the entire burrito. It's not enough. And the worst part about it is to get like an extra one, it's $7. Like, that is the biggest ripoff I've ever heard of in my entire life. $7 fucking to fucking have another little cup of cheese that cost them like 50 cents to make, maybe. It's ridiculous. That's like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So yesterday, chat, I made my own. I ordered the burrito, but I made my own cheese sauce. It was fucking good. I was so happy with how it turned out. It was like delicious. And I had so much more because it's like it doesn't cost that much to make like a decent amount of that stuff. Like, it's just some like Monterey Jack cheese, a couple slices of American cheese, and some evaporated milk, and maybe some butter. And that's it. That's all you need. And it's like, those ingredients together cost less than $5. And you can make like 20 times the amount that they give you at the fucking Mexican restaurant. Cooking at home can be fun. It is good, because like it's something I need to perfect. That's one of the things that I want to perfect. So that when I eventually don't ever buy another burrito from a restaurant and I only make them myself, I'll be able to do that. What's the cheese source? The cheese source? What do you mean? Like, what is the type of cheese you think? Why did you just link the stainless steel rice cooker? It's a good rice cooker. I need to get another rice cooker. I am the cheese source. It was pretty good though. I'm like, because what I did, chat, is I took like a good amount of Monterey Jack cheese, like a good like 25% of the block of Monterey Jack, you know, and then I took 3 slices of American cheese, and then I took like maybe a half a cup of evaporated milk with some salt and like a tablespoon of butter, and then I put some salt in that, and then I put like you heat that up, right, and then you keep stirring it. If you don't stir it, it fucks up. So you got to keep stirring it. But I kept stirring it, and it turns into this really nice nice emulsion. It's really good. It's Monterey Jack cheese and American cheese. Ideally white American cheese. I didn't have white American cheese, but it doesn't make a difference because the only difference is food coloring. You can eat more rice. It'll help you gain weight. I know, I need to gain more. I need a rice cooker. I had a rice cooker, but it had the non-stick coating, which sucks. Because you fucking use a metal spoon one time to get rice out of it, and it's like, oh, this thing's ruined, because now it's rusted. Because you accidentally scraped off some of the super weak plastic that you cook your food on. Monterey Jack and not Pepper Jack? I guess I could try Pepper Jack. I never tried that. That might taste kind of good. To be honest, that might taste pretty good. But I don't know if it matters, because like, I had Monterey Jack, but I also I got some jalapeno, some pickled jalapenos, like a little can of them, which I hate. Like, I prefer the jar of pickled jalapenos, because then you can close that. Why would I want a can that I can't fucking close? It's dumb. But I got one of those, and then I poured some of the juice into the mixture, so the chili pickle juice. And I also put some of the jalapenos in the actual cheese. So I had like little bits of jalapeno in there. It was great. Rice cookers come with a utensil to not scratch the cooker. I know, but part of it also is that I just find non-stick things really gross. Like, I don't like cooking on non-stick. Because like nowadays it's like, Peanut requires pets. Oh, Peanut. There you go, Peanut. She's just chilling there. She's chilling on the window. She's just chilling on the window. Get that Peanut. Thank you, Fire Eric for the follow. Get that Peanut. Anyway, so I don't know. It's I eat a taco almost every day. Get experience with Chihuahua exotic cheese as well for smooth queso fundido. I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's a couple of good, really good cheese sauces, but like I think for the like specific the Mexican restaurant like queso that you get at Mexican restaurants, I feel like that was a pretty great like accumulation of that. Is it stormy outside? No, it's pretty nice out, actually. It's hot. It's like 90s, but it's not too bad. But like, if I wanted to experiment with more cheeses. The issue is, like, I want to buy, like, a big block of cheese. Like, I wish I just had, like, a massive block of cheese that I could just chip off of every once in a while. You know what I mean? You get that type of cheese at Walmart to use as a base to add other cheese to thicken. Maybe. I don't want it to taste like... I like the way it tastes. I really like the way it tastes, the way I did it. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know how much I want to fuck with it. I will experiment. But the thing about it is, I was trying to recreate the cheese sauce that they give me from the restaurant. That's what I was trying to do. And to that point, I tried both of them, and the sauce I created tasted more like the way I thought the sauce they gave me should have tasted. Like, I felt like if I was doing a blind taste test, I would have thought the one that I made was the one that they sent me, because it tasted more familiar. But it was better, so. Cheese is also a quick way to gain weight. I love cheese. I do love cheese. Here comes the flood. Your rice cooker should be there tomorrow? Hell yeah! Thank you, Trey Racing. I'm getting a new rice cooker. It's gonna be actually so fucking nice to have that, because it's so easy to cook rice. It's so hard to cook. It's amazing, because rice is one of those, like, things that it's like, if you have a rice cooker, it's so easy to cook rice. Just, like, pop the rice, wash the rice, put 2 cups in the fucking thing, and then slap that bitch in there and just let it go. And it's perfect rice every time. But when you make your own rice, it's, like, complicated. You can put too much water in, not enough water, cook it for too long. There's so much, like, variations on like making your own rice on the stovetop, and it's just not. I don't know. It's just a hassle because it takes like 30 minutes, and it's like it's a fucking hassle. Too much cheese can make you constipated. You gotta have enough meat and stuff. You can't just eat only cheese. But the thing is, chat, because I really want to learn how to make burritos. Like, I want to get really good at making burritos. This is like the next really big thing that I want to learn how to make. I know how to make chili. I know how to make burgers. I know how to make chicken stew. I know how to make chicken fingers. I made chicken fingers the other day, chat. I don't know if I told you about this, but I made chicken fingers. Like, they were pretty bland, but I was impressed by the actual, the ability to actually make it, right? I used the deep fryer for the first time. It was great. I took, like, chicken breasts and chicken tenders, and I dipped them in an egg wash, and then I dumped them in the flour with, like, salt and pepper mixture, and then I did that again, and then I deep fried it for, like, 5 minutes. It came out really good. But I feel like the breading could use more flavor, but I feel like that's because I did, like, the most basic egg wash, like, flour breading, like, I could have. It was, like, the most basic version of it. But if I added, like, a lot of seasonings, I'm gonna try to make, like, the kernels double breaded. Hell yeah. Mexican food place I go to is overcharging me until they realized I work with Guatemalans. Interesting. Use your pinky, rice up to the first knuckle and water up to the second knuckle. Then that's like you have to stick your finger in it. That's a little bit like... I don't like sticking my fingers in the food I'm about to make. Unless it's like something that's already gonna get cooked anyway. Fully cooked anyway. Like, I wouldn't stick my finger in the pot of rice. But, like, you kind of have to use your fingers to make dough, but... It was pretty good. I'm excited about that one. That one was pretty good. That was easy to make. It was easy, and it was tasty. So I'm excited about that one. But the main thing I want to learn how to make, realistically, is fucking burritos. I always have like an internal, like a carnal desire for burritos. And I can't have them ever, because they're expensive. If you get them from the store, they're like fucking $15 for a burrito. Like, you want to go to Chipotle? Well, there's a $13 burrito. You go to a fucking Mexican restaurant, it's like $15. It's like, what? Who the hell is out here charging $17 for a fucking burrito? This is ridiculous. This is not... Burritos should be cheap, not expensive. So I need to learn how to master the art of making burritos. So I need to learn how to make my own tortillas. I need to learn how to make really good cilantro lime rice. And I need to... that's pretty easy. That's not too hard. I can make that. But I need to learn how to season the chicken just right. And then it's... What else goes in a burrito? Chicken, rice, beans, cheese, and... What else goes in a burrito? There's not much else. Like, maybe veggies? I feel like the burrito press, I feel like a burrito press, like the ones at Chipotle restaurants, would greatly facilitate making great burritos. This is true. I have a tortilla press. I have one. I do like guac, but that's a whole lot of extra stuff to make. I have a tortilla press. The only problem with it is it's not so big, so you can't make really, really big burritos with it. But that's not the main problem with it. I would use it all the time. The issue is making dough. Tortilla dough is such a pain in the ass that, like, I need a stand mixer. Because, like, in order to sit there kneading dough for, like, 10 minutes is really fucking tedious. Facts, cheap burritos are a must. Expensive food is dumb. It is true. Expensive food is dumb. But that's the thing, right? So I can take chicken, take cilantro lime rice. I know how to make those two. I know how to make cheese, because that's just, like, shredded Monterey Jack and maybe some queso. That's pretty easy. I know how to make the beans, and I just need the veggies. Really, I have all the ingredients. I have everything that I need in order to make the chicken and make the burritos. I just need to combine all of my efforts into one solid effort to make a burrito that is easy to make, consistent, and not like something that I have to have like a shit ton of ingredients beforehand. If it costs me like $20 to make 2 servings, that's a problem. Astra doesn't shit. She absorbs all the matter into her being and expels femboy pheromones. Ew. That would imply that femboy pheromones are just shit. is white girl tax, more diarrhea than usual. Bell pepper and onion if there's room. Rice, beans, and meat will take up a lot of room. But definitely bell peppers. I want to add jalapenos too. I want to make salsa. Like, I love making salsa. Oh, hello, Nano. But it's like salsa would be a great thing to just add. I want that just in my fridge, like, normally. Because, like, if I just make a big thing of pico, and that's my salsa figured out. And then if I just have, like, a thing of pico, I could just, like, mash up some avocado, and then, boom, I got guacamole. That's ideal. But I need to get to the point where I always have a bowl of salsa in my fridge, and I need to get to a point where I always have, like, the tortillas, the rice, the cilantro. Really, I just need to go to the farmer's market every week. And if I did that, then I knew I'd have everything. Thank you, Taco John, for getting this up to Nano. That's all I need, you know. Constant burritos sounds like taco to me. Consistent burritos. The main issue that I have with, like, burritos, I guess, is the tortilla. Because, like, pre-made tortillas are not as good. They're not very great. They're kind of nasty. But homemade tortillas are fucking delicious. But they're so hard to make. Wonder what femboy pheromones smell like. I don't think there is, like, femboy pheromones. I think there are just pheromones. And if it's, like, depending on the person. I don't think there's specifically a femboy pheromone. Maybe there is. I don't know. Someone who's met more than one femboy in their life. What is the consistent thing? What do femboys smell like? Who's Nana? Taco no pico, when your food wants to fuck you up physically and mentally. Nano is an elf. If Nano is an elf, then what am I? What D&D what D&D race am I if Nano is an elf? Am I like a dwarf? Oh, god damn it, I'm a dwarf, aren't I? Fuck. Shit. Do you use perfume? Not really, I should though. You're a mall elf. Fleet anima? Halfling? You're a Tinkerbell. I think, isn't Tinkerbell supposed to be like the size of isn't Tinkerbell supposed to be like that big? Flowers or like sweat and flowers from my experience. Yeah, I mean, I get, you know, honestly, it just depends. Like, I would think that it depends on like the femboy and what their diet is, maybe. Maybe if their diet is shitty cheap burritos, they don't smell that good. I don't know. Not sure. Some meme where if you're under 5'5", then you either become a dwarf or a femboy. This is basically true, though. I'm a living example of this being in action. Now I can't get the Boku no Pico song out of my head. You know what that is? God, I'm so glad I don't even, like, know what that is. Like, I couldn't think of that even if I tried to. I have no idea what the Boku no Pico song is, and I'm so thankful. On guard duty as usual. I used to have my guns there, but now I can't keep my guns there because Peanut likes to just sit there. Hi, Peanut. And if she's sitting there, she's not eating my cables, which is good. See, chat, if I make... Okay, here's the thing. If I take some bacon, I put that in a bottom of stainless steel... I cut it up into lardons, and I put that in the bottom of a stainless steel pot. And then I cook that bacon until it's nice and crispy. But not too crispy. Not to the point where if you chew it, it's gonna hurt. But just done, right? And I take that out. And I take some onions. And I like, dice up that onions into rough chopped onions. And I saute that in that same pan, right? With the bacon grease. So I saute it in the bacon grease, and I make sure to, like, break up all the fond. So now it's, like, bacony onions, right? And then if I add the beans, I like black beans, so I'm probably gonna do black beans. And then I add some black beans to that, and I mix that all up. Then I add some jalapenos to that, some diced jalapenos, and then I add some, like, hot sauce. That might be it, chat. That might be the play. And then I have my beans. And then if I take some rice and I just put it in the rice cooker, and then once the rice cooker's done, I throw in some chopped up cilantro and butter. There's the cilantro and some lime. There's my cilantro lime rice. And then if I take that same, if I take that and I have my rice and my beans, and I take my chicken and I pop that into like a bag full of seasoning. I let that like marinate for overnight in some like seasoning of some sort, and then I bake that in the oven until it's nice and done, and then I cut it up into pieces. There's my chicken. And then if I take that same like queso sauce and I make the queso where it's like the gooey cheese part, and then I shred up some Monterey Jack, there's my cheese. If I wrap that all into one, that'd be a pretty good burrito. But I want bell peppers too. I want to like I wonder if I could put bell peppers in the oven with the chicken, if that would taste good. Or do you like hot sauce? I put hot sauce in your hot sauce. Oh really? Oh really, did you? Listen, you can't talk so much about food and not do a cooking stream. Well, I want to do another cooking stream. The issue is I just need ingredients for doing a cooking stream. I need ingredients and a plan. I don't do well without a plan. I need a plan. Arthur, I need a plan. It's Crystal. It's Crystal. I guess Crystal's a southern thing because I really didn't see it much in Iowa. But it's pretty good. I didn't like it at first because I thought it was too sweet. But the more I drink it, the more I like it. It's got it's like Frank's in that it's cayenne-based pepper, or cayenne-based hot sauce. So it's just aged red cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar, and salt. That's all that's in here. But for like Frank's Red Hot, they add garlic powder, I think. So it's just slightly different. So it's very similar notes. So I like that. I love Frank's. So it's like it's hitting those notes that I like. The cayenne. Cayenne might be my favorite pepper, if I'm being honest. Why shouldn't bell peppers with chicken out of the oven even taste good? Why shouldn't I don't know. Because I want them to be, like, sweated and, like, maybe just a little, like, I want the bell peppers to be just a little charred, maybe. Not really charred, but, like, I want them to be nice and well done. I want them to be sauteed. Maybe I'll saute them with the beans. So, like, maybe I'll take the beans, maybe I'll take onions and bell peppers and jalapenos and saute them in the bacon grease. And then once those are nice and sauteed, then I add the beans on top of that, and then I add the hot sauce into that, and that will be the veggies will be incorporated into the beans. I think that's how I do. Ever made your own hot sauce? No, but I want to. I really do want to. I know it's not too hard. I just need to get some like actual like I want an actual cayenne pepper plant. I'm gonna call it cayenne pepper plant because I just keep wanting to say cayenne. You guys like them cayenne peppers? I love me some cayenne peppers. If I had a house, I could do a garden. And I could grow all of the shit that I want to eat. I could grow my own cilantro. I could grow my own tomatoes. I could grow my own jalapeno peppers. Fuck, dude, I would be so down for that. I love the idea of not having to buy any of that stuff, but just have it. Man, if I had, like, my own yard, I would grow, like, a ton of shit. I'd probably fail miserably, but it would be entertaining regardless, so. This has to be the worst unsussiest song I've ever heard. Cock walking feet team clutch. What the fuck? My brother likes to get stupidly hot sauces from places like Cincinnati Jungle Jim's. One of his favorites called Frostbite. It has almost no flavor and is damn near pure capsaicin. Yeah. I'm not like one of those people that like seeks the heat out, I'm more like the taste. I like the taste of the peppers. Like, I don't want it to be too hot that I'm just, like, sitting there going, But, it's like, if you drink things for the taste, and you really do that, then it ends up, like, you end up getting a pretty good tolerance. Because, like, stuff like this is not, like, it's not super hot, but when you drink it straight, it's a lot hotter than what it normally might be. Because you're only getting the hot sauce. You're not, like, at least masking the hot sauce with, like, a burrito or whatever else you're putting the hot sauce on. You're just going straight hot sauce. So it is pretty hot, but it tastes good. So I end up just saying, fuck, I don't care if it's hot. It tastes good. So I'll just drink it anyway. And then at a certain point, it's like, is this even hot? No, it's not. It's like, this is why I have such a fucking heat tolerance. not super hot. Tell that to Jizzy. Well, Jizzy doesn't drink hot sauce. He doesn't have the same tolerance as I do. It's like how black pepper adds a bit of spice to it. Yeah, but if you just eat black pepper straight, you'll probably be like, ah, this is spicy. The hot sauce I made 21 years ago for school barbecue was rad. Almost killed some people. Jesus Christ. Why? Kettle Bear, I can't listen to a Lil Nas song on my stream. This is not... I don't know what this is, but I can't listen to this on my stream. It's not how, it's like, yeah. I could go with some burgers right now. Yeah, I could too, but I don't have any burger meat. I need to go to the store and get some shit. DMCA incoming. Well, I mean, I meant adding black pepper to a dish. Yeah. There's a YouTube guy that adds There's a YouTube guy that Jesus Christ, chat. I fucking can't talk tonight. There is a YouTube guy that pays people in Bleh. I get to this comment. I swear to God. There is a YouTube guy that pays people in a dangerous hood to eat the world's hottest chip. That's interesting. Wow. It made it through. I made it through, chat. I kept reading it. I was like, there's a YouTube gay that prays people in dangerous what? I just, oh my God, my brain, it can't read. I swear to God, I don't have dyslexia. I swear to God. Since I wanked one time after handling Chili's, drink hot sauce and BJ, record his reaction. No, well, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Listen, I've done that too. Monica Bola, it's not fun. I don't wish to cause that pain on somebody. SoundCloud rap makes me want to break drywall. Yeah, it's not my favorite type of music. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't get into rap. All the young people these days, they like the rap music. I can't ever get into it. Why do femboys have speech impediments? Because we're all... I think if you did a case study, you'd find that like 99.9% of femboys are like severely autistic. Probably. So that's probably why. Rap and music. Show tummy. I was debating whether I should wear a crop top on tonight's stream because I'm still a little bloated from yesterday. You want to know how I got this scar, blood? 7-6 AK bayonet right across the stomach. Well, not really the stomach, but you get my point, blood. Blood. The oldest young person I know of. I know. I'm such a boomer. I have such boomer takes. Do you like Hatsune Miku? I never got into Hatsune Miku, but I like her aesthetic. I've never like been a fan specifically of Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku is just like the default anime girl to me. Christian Thug vibes. Yeah, I gotta sit like this. This is how we sit here. The Adidas has to sit, blöd. We got to do the Slav squat, blöd. Looks at fat ass self a mirror. Yeah, blood. What is that scar? I never watched the explanation. I was being stupid and lifting things that was too heavy for me, and because I was angry. I was very angry. And I was lifting this thing above above the TV thing, and there was mirrors like sitting there that were just sitting there. And I lifted it up, and I bumped the mirror, and it fell and broke, and then like sliced me right down the side like that. Pretty great. 6 stitches later, and he didn't do a very good job at stitching it up either. So it really looks like a fucking pirate wound. So that's great. I Astra underestimated her weak ass. I could have done it if I didn't like. I would have been able to get it up too. I was like in full rage mode. I was like fucking mad. I like after it happened, I was like fucking pissed. I like I saw it and I was like fuck, god damn it. And then I was just like, ah, shit, dude, I have to go to the hospital. You know when you see something and it's like, do I need to go to the hospital for that? Nah. And then other times you see, like, something, you're like, oh, I need to go to the hospital. This is bad. That was what it was like. I saw, like, a wrecked, like, video on 4chan of this girl who, like, cut her side open with a razor blade, and I swear to God it looked exactly like that. It was a deep-ass cut. Like, if it had gone, like, a half a centimeter deeper, I would have been in trouble. Like, I could have died. People that work with mirrors all have scars. Should have waited for Jizzy. I should have. Yes, I should have. Very much so. But did I? No. Is it anybody else's fault that I got cut in that instance? No. It was completely my fault. I absolutely shouldn't have done that. Like, I in no point during that, like, event was I, like aware enough to be like, this is a bad idea. And I even knew it was a bad idea, but I just didn't care because I was so angry. Or your cut looks like a vagina. Does it look like a vagina? I don't think it really does. I need to put, like, I wonder if I put, like, makeup over it, if I could cover it up, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of upsetting. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't there. Let me here. Maybe I could have it removed one day. I can, like, get the scar removed. I don't know if that works. I don't know if that's really a thing. I know like, with enough money, I guess I could. This is, like, not the right concealer for my skin tone. I'm too white for this concealer. You can clearly tell it's not the same skin tone, goddammit. Close enough. Is there a procedure to move it? Yeah, there's like ways you can get scars removed. If you close an eye and squint to the other eye and drink a fifth of vodka, maybe. Get a tattoo right above it says, "Have you seen my missing kidney?" But it's a part of the scuffed lore. It is a part of the scuffed lore, but it is, like, embarrassing. Like, I don't like it sucks because it's like you don't want a scar. I don't like scars, and I don't want it there. And so it's like, fuck. But then again, it is kind of like history. Like, if I got it removed, it's like Astra lore removed. Now you can add concealer to the scar before every stream now. I mean, not really. I'm not gonna do that because people know it's there, and it's like you can still see it. It's not like it's not there. Your entire life is scuff, clumsy straw. I know. Or get a tattoo of Charlie and the unicorn with a speech bubble that says, "Oh, they took my freaking kidneys. I don't want to go to Magic Mountain." But Charlie, we gotta go to Candy Mountain, Charlie. I don't want to go to Candy Mountain, you fucking assholes. I don't want to go to Oh, they took my kidney. They took my freaking kidney. Oh yeah, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. Man, Charlie the Unicorn is some, like, archaic... That is some, like... It's so old now. There's so many young people. There's probably people in my chat right now that have no idea what the fuck that means. No idea. It's before their time. Charlie, we gotta go to Candy Mountain, Charlie. And Charlie's candy and magic and rainbows at the Candy Mountain, Charlie. That is some classic internet. It was some classic internet. That is like the most fever dream, like, animation, like, little animated series of all time. I love it. Charlie, go to Candy Mountain. I have to sometimes think about, there's a scene from, like, one of the later episodes they did, where, like, one of the unicorns is sitting on, like, a barrel of nitroglyceride, and she's like, and Charlie's like, "Oh, alright, you just gotta calm down." She's like, "Fuck you." I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I think I only saw a clip, but I think of that clip often where she's like, tell you to fucking calm down, sitting on 20 pounds of nitroglycerin. Do you invest in kidneys? No. I should probably sell a kidney, to be honest with you. That'd probably fix a lot of my problems if I sold a kidney. How much do Fanboy kidneys sell for? I was 23 when that came out. I feel so old. Well, now I'm 23 now. And I also feel old, but... Oh, big yawn. Big yawn, Peanut. Christopher Reeves ate my kidney for the stem cells. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the memories. I love old like animations like that. I like old early 2000 or late 2000s like media. Lucky Star, Bobobo, Charlie the Unicorn, Carl the Llama. That was the other one. Carl, you can't stab people, Carl. I don't like kidney beans in Chile, so I sold my kidney for extra tea. There's a game called Cruelty Squad where you sell kidneys in the black market after you kill people. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. But that does sound like kind of a fun game. Carl, that kills people. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Man, that was another just like of the OG like early 2010s like YouTube, like 2009. Like I could just see the Hey Yay Yay song. Fucking, y'all remember Homestar Runner? I never watched that much Homestar, but I did watch a little. I know of him. Homestar. FBI is requesting your IP address. It wasn't erased on YouTube because my mom was based. Jay-Z didn't get the YouTube experience. He doesn't understand. He's more boomer than the rest of us because he didn't grow up on Tobuscus and like PewDiePie playing Happy Wheels in the early 2010s. You know what's weird, chat? I sometimes think about that. Is like I played Gary's Mod when I was like 13 or something because I saw Uber Haxer Nova like play Gary's Mod, and I only knew of Uber Haxer Nova because I watched a Happy Wheels video with him in it, and then because I found him, I played Gary's Mod, and because I played Gary's Mod, I ended up finding like friends that I would have for my entire like up till today. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't do that. That's just weird to think about. Like, I wouldn't be in Florida. I probably wouldn't be streaming. I probably wouldn't have done any of that shit had I not loaded into that one Gary's Mod server in, like, 2013. Ever watched Daz Bushit and Kitty 0706? I don't think so. I don't think I watched that. Most likely before even Astra's time. Yeah, I'm not that, like, boomer. Like, the Flash days, like, the real, like, peak of the Flash days, I wasn't there for that. I never saw, like, the real peak Flash era of, like, 2007 and 2008. I was, like, 6 then. So I didn't get to experience that. But I got the aftermath. I got the whole YouTube aftermath. I remember watching the .mov series from Hot Diggity Demon. That was hilarious. You're the man now, dog. You ever watch insert obscure YouTuber from 10 years ago? That's the thing, Jizzy, is like, most young people, like, do. Like, they know. Like, would you watch fucking Tobuscus when you were, like, 13? Yeah, everybody did. Everybody watched Tobuscus. I didn't even like Tobuscus that much, but everybody watched Tobuscus. It's called Numa Numa Hentai. What the fuck? Do you like bunnies? I like bunnies. There's even a sequel. What the fuck? I don't know. It just makes me think. What are the generational defining videos that are being produced today? Like, you know, when you think about it, all the kids today who are like 12, 13, what are they watching? That's gonna be in 10 years from now. They're gonna be like, do you remember Skibbity Toilet? I remember Skibbity Toilet. That was hilarious. I remember. That was fantastic. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Likes bunnies, furry confirmed. What, do you have a cat? Do you like furry animals? Yeah, I like cute animals. Furry! You can't accuse me of being a furry for liking bunnies, alright? You fucking asshole. I don't love bunnies. I don't love rabbits. Like, I probably wouldn't get one out of my own volition, because I like cats better, but, you know. Remember me at the zoo from 2005? Careful, Peanut. Careful. They're watching you, goober. I remember. Cocoa melon hypnosis. I feel like the next generation of kids is gonna be so fucked. There's no way that society doesn't collapse when the skibbity toilet kids come into like the workforce. There's no hope at that point. Like, when kids are raised on Cocoa Melon and fucking Skibbity Riz, it's all over for our society. There's no getting around that. Once that shit hits the fucking mainstream, it's over. Stuntman Peanut, easy overload. Astra is a brony, only wants to fuck horses. I don't want to fuck horses. I am a brony, but I don't want to fuck horses. I don't want to pull a Mr. Hansy. It's not, Mr. Hansy died so that we can all know what not to do. So I'm bored with every generation eventually becoming their parents. I mean, that's just sort of life, I guess. We'll stay in Congress, it's okay, we'll stay in Congress until our generation is ancient and they'll hate us. Could you imagine? Okay, chat, you think about it this way, right? Congress is full of ancient old farts that were born in like the early 40s and 50s, right? These are people who grew up during the 60s. And you know how different the world was in 1960? So think about that, like, 60 years from now, Congress is gonna be full of old farts. But they're gonna be the ones who grew up on Skibbity Toilet, right? In shark doo-doo, whatever, right? That means the people who are gonna be running this country for like the next 60 years are gonna be just full about, like, all about, like, baby shark. Our country is doomed. Our country is doomed, chat. There's no getting around this. Their country's doomed. Can you imagine that? Like, the year is 2060. Cyberpunk is like we're living in 2075, and like everybody in Congress is fucking ancient, and they grew up in that like weird part of the internet with fucking the absolute most brain rot of all time, and they're running the country, which is why everything is a dystopian nightmare. Gun laws only exist to protect politicians. Some people in Congress look like the Dark Crystal Wizard. This is true. This is true. I don't want to get political, but goddamn, someone needs to fucking make these guys retire. It's like, this is not okay. You shouldn't. Okay. This might be political. This might be a wild opinion of mine, but I think everybody in government should have to spend like a month building a castle from scratch. You ever seen that? There's like these people in France that are building a castle from like the ground up with methods that they used in the mid-ages, right? Are you confused? I mean, yes, but no. I'm confused, but I'm always confused. But, you know, that's just me. Luckily for femboys, don't age, but you be the same age in 2075. Yeah, I won't age. I'll just look like this, but slightly more wrinkly. You seem confused. I mean, yeah, you're right. Probably. But you also seem confused, so, you know, we're all confused here. Who cares? But, like, what if that was a thing, right, chat? What if everybody in Congress had to spend, like, a month of their time building a castle from scratch with methods that was used in the Middle Ages? Because that would ensure that all of Congress would have to learn to work together, which is important. And it would also mean that anybody who can't actually do the work is too old to fucking be in Congress. If you can't, like, do a little bit of, like, physical labor, like, why are you in office? The only ones that can put term limits and fix the corruption in Congress and the House is Congress and the House, and they sure as hell aren't going to give up that power and money they have to help the rest of us filthy peasants live in this country. Yeah, that's fair. I really don't want to get into politics. I just said that because I could, but I don't want to get into politics. Femboys should be spoiled by the whole society. Absolutely, I agree with that. What's with your hair, Miss Trump Astra? Do I have the Trump haircut? I don't know. I'm trying to, like, get it to, like, go this way. And, like, I'm trying to go for that more, like, 80s, like, hair look where it's, like, swept back a little bit. That's what I'm trying to. Astra 100% wants to get into politics. Oh, 100% I want to, but should I? I don't know. I could fucking, oh man, I could go off. I could, if I just like let the floodgates open, I could rant for like a long time about politics. But I'm not gonna, because I respect everybody in chat and their desire to not have to listen to a political commentary when they're just trying to listen to a femboy. Such nice hair. Oh, thank you. What year does Gen Z and Gen Alpha start? Okay, this is the way I think of it. People will argue with me about this, but I feel like this is the most easy way of defining it, right? Gen X was 1960 to 1980. Millennial was 1980 to 2000. And Gen Z was 2000 to 2022. Or 2020, not 2022. 2020. And Gen Alpha is 2020 to 2040. That's the way I do it. It's like every 20 years. That's the way it seems to go. Because there are millennials born in the early 80s, and then there's also millennials born in the late 90s, and there are fucking Gen Zs, or Gen Xers born in the late 70s, and there are Gen Xers born in the early 60s. Like, I can tell. They're all the same. Boomers are from 40s to 60s. 1940 to 1960 are the boomers. Peanut. Basically, human rights, yay, and war is boo. Yeah. We need Evilstra to get this country back. Dude, I could go Evilstra mode. I'm so tempted just to go Evilstra mode. Gonzalez is winning. TX23 is a fraud. I don't know if it's a fraud. I think it's definitely a shame. I don't know if it's a fraud, though, because it's like, when most people vote, they don't, especially in local elections, they don't really, like, care who's on the ballot. They don't look into who's on the ballot. They don't look into anything about that. So it's just like the incumbent just has, like, an extreme advantage just because they are incumbent. And I don't know. Is there fraud? Could have been. There very well could have been. But I also could... he got 407 votes. That might be wrong. There might be something sus about that one. That one might be a little bit sus. I know goddamn well he didn't go 407 votes. But I saw a thing about that where, like, in one county he had 0 votes. But apparently that was a mistake. Like, apparently he only lost by, like, a small margin, which was incredible, you know? For someone outside of the system to get that far is really interesting. I don't think that... I don't know. It might have been a little cheatery. It could have been, but I'm not sure. I also do believe it could have not been cheatery at the same time. I'm not sure. I really don't know. How close it was was amazing achievement for the AK guy. Yeah. In my town, we were like 10 years behind, so I feel like people at my age from my town are more like Gen X and millennials. Brandon lost by 407 votes. Oh, yeah. That, you know, maybe. Don't ask Chester about Hassan. Fucking... But, I don't know, maybe. 407 votes is pretty close, though. That's pretty scary. It is frustrating, though. It's so sad. Because Tony Gonzalez is fucking awful. I feel bad for... I couldn't vote in that election, because I don't live in Texas 23rd district. But, Tony Gonzalez is awful. And he should not have won that, by all means. But, fuck, maybe next time. Next time, Brandon will get it. Her opponent was extremely unpopular, just like Biden, but here we are. Brandon already has an advantage of having a big following. No political opinions is a political opinion. It is a political opinion. And to be honest with you, I am, like, inherently political. Like, there's no way that I can be a femboy streamer and not be political. Because it is political, just based off being a femboy streamer. The issue is like, I don't want to Hassan smash a pass. I don't fuck communists. Like, the issue is, like, I don't want I hate the divisiveness in politics. Like, if someone has different political opinions than mine, I don't hate them, and I don't like dislike them. Like, I hear like people on the internet and they'll like express political opinions, and it's like, well, yeah, but the other side is just so stupid and so not like. It's like, listen, man, we're all human. We're all human at the end of the day. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. It's like it shouldn't be us versus them mentality. That's bad. The whole idea behind like, oh, it's us versus them is problematic. If we're a country, we should act like it. We should not be trying to push each other away. We should actually be trying to come together and make like reasonable, conclusions to things. And instead, it's just like, no, you're awful. We can't associate with you. It's like, what? You're politically cute and cuddly. Is it just me, or is Hassan extremely hard to listen to? He just doesn't make sense. I don't like to listen to Hassan because he hurts my brain to listen to. Like, whenever I listen to Hassan, my brain is just like, fuck, this is just awful. I don't like I don't like Hassan. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hassan Piker is a fucking knobhead. Like, come on, dude. That's the current Democratic Modi operandi. It is, but it's also the Republican to some extent. Like, both sides do it. It's both sides are like, them goddamn socialists on those other side, they're fucking ruining everything. And then on the other side, they're like, those goddamn fascists on the other side, they're ruining everything. It's just like both sides are not helping. Yeah, Democrats. I don't know. It's just it's dumb. But I feel like there are a lot of like people advocating for socialism in a way that is like, you guys know what you're actually advocating for? Because I don't think you do. Are you wearing your hair differently today? Kind of. I'm kind of like trying to wear it up. I'm trying to do it different. I also took a shower earlier, so. How would you abuse the Oval Office? Well, first off, chat, we're getting into politics. If I'm just going to say fuck it and talk about politics because I don't care, no lobbying. First thing in office, the lobbying is illegal. No more lobbying. The ATF, the CIA, the FBI, and most other three-letter agencies fucking replaced. If I'm not just dismantling them entirely, I'm rebuilding them from the ground up. Because fuck the CIA, fuck the ATF, they all suck. They're all corrupt, and they all fucking suck. What else? I'd probably make weed legal, because that's dumb. I'd probably make fully automatics legal, because that's a dumb rule. We should have fully automatics. What else would I do? Remember what happened to JFK? No political contributions over 1,000. I don't even know. Like, to be honest with you, I think that, like, being a career politician needs to change. I feel like all of our career politicians are not have our best interests in mind. I think the idea that it's, like, the only people who... It is kind of, like, shitty, because, like, the people who have the ability to implement term limits and age limits for Congress and upper government are people who have active incentive not to. And it's just like people just get fucked because of it, and it's just like, well, that's nice. And it's like they don't have the people who make billions of dollars a year to make one vote a year on some bullshit do not have the best interest of the people who are struggling paycheck to paycheck in mind. They just don't. So I'd probably fire like most of Congress. I'd probably fire like pretty much everybody in upper government, and I would rebuild it in a way that's like, okay, there are term limits for every spot. You can't be older than like 65, and there's like rules on shit and no lobbying. Curious, are there any recorded incidents of FBI doing something shady against the general public? Oh fuck, dude. Are there any instances of McDonald's making unsanitary business practices? Congress needs term limits. Absolutely they do. Fire most of Congress that's a little corrupt. Well, I would have to do it in like because you gotta think about it. It's like if I probably wouldn't fire Congress. I would just implement the term limits and then put most people up for like I would have a re-election, like a big Congress election that would be like, okay, you have term limits. If you just got elected, okay, you have your term that you can serve, but if you're everyone else who's still been in Congress for like 12 plus years without having an election, you're up for election. Supreme femboy for life. Tax the crap out of the billionaires. It's not so much the billionaires that I would go after, it's the corporations. It's, you know, corporations shouldn't pay less taxes than the average person, and it's like, I feel like that's where the regulation needs to be, is in the bigger corporations, but I don't know, I'm like retarded, I don't know what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard of John DeLorean? Checos dos Fritos, por favor. Taxation is theft. Taxation's dumb. But, I don't know. There's a lot, there's a lot I would do if I was president. Not to say that any of it would be good, because, you know, I'm just a dumb little femboy, and I don't know anything about anything. But I like to have ideas. People under 5% estrogen. Fit check. What if political appointment was like jury duty, and you get someone to have serve for X amount of time, and at very little pay, and it's a big hassle and big inconvenience that no one wants to do and be in politics? I don't think that would be a good idea. I think that would be a bad idea. Because then you get people who don't want to be in politics, and they don't have the best interests of the people in mind, right? Fit check. We got the Adidas fit today. I don't know where my socks are, my Adidas socks. I have one, but I don't know where the other one is. Next time, I'm gonna wear this outfit soon again, whenever I find the socks. But I've got the Adidas shoes, the Adidas skirt. I got the Adidas jacket, the Adidas top. I'm all Adidas'd up right now. So much Adidas right now going on. You guys don't even know. You guys aren't even prepared for the level of Adidas. Adidas. Squatting, slides, and tracksuit. Wait, I gotta like... It's like this. Блять! Ой, сука, блять! Peanut. With the Adidas. Oh, see, now what? This isn't right. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm trying to, like, have this, like, this hair go up a little bit so that it, like, it's a bit more poofy. Something like that. Ready to go join the Russian army. I don't want to ever join any army. I don't want to fight, блядь. He was an auto executive for the FBI and trapped the shit out of him. He made Back to the Future car. Oh shit, yeah. No, the FBI has done some really fucked up shit before. So has the CIA. So has pretty much every 3-letter agency. They've all done some really like bad things that nobody wants to talk about. Like some really like, and they've admitted to most of it. Because what will happen is like the CIA or the FBI will do something really fucked up, like kill MLK, and then they'll deny it for like 60 years, and then eventually they'll be like, oh yeah, that was us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one was confirmed, but it's like, CIA, a CIA using psychedelic drugs to mentally manipulate people. And, you know, the CIA is not capable of doing anything bad. Just don't ever look up MK Ultra. Even the EPA, I don't know. The EPA, I hate the EPA just because I was a diesel mechanic, and every mechanic hates the EPA just because they're annoying. I think that they are not. I would take, if I was president, I would take most instances like that, the EPA, the DEA, and things that are important for like our homeland security. Like I'd take those ones and I would like rebuild them. I would completely rebuild them, but I'd still have a version of that because like the DEA is like drug administration, right? That's like people who go off the drug people, right? I think that's there's a place for that, but maybe the DEA is a little too corrupt at this point. I don't know. Imagine guys at the gym hitting on you. I don't know. I feel like that's one of the main ways to tell if you pass, if people look at you at the gym. But I don't know. There's a whole plan to bomb Florida and blame it on Cuba too. Yeah, that sucks. Obama legalized the government using propaganda on its own citizens. CIA be like, we need to brainwash every guy to think that femboys are not based. Did you guys watch that that episode of Smiling Friends where the worms are like, elect this guy? That's basically it. It's basically it. It's like the most accurate way of putting in American politics. Spanish-American War was literally caused by a false flag attack. I don't know. Can a furry become president? I don't know, but would we want a furry to be president? I'm not sure. Either way, yeah, I don't like Hassan Piker. I think Hassan Piker is he's one of those people that's like, oh, I'm not a communist, I'm a socialist, and then proceeds to describe communism. There are a lot of socialists who do that. They're like, no, I'm not a communist, I'm a democratic socialist. And then it's like, we just want everything that communism entails. There's a guy, there's a YouTuber that I've been like tempted to make videos on just because his videos are so easily deconstructible. But he's like, it's called Second Thought if you want to go watch him. He makes a lot of socialist content, and a lot of it is really just fucking awful. It's like, well, we're not, so what do socialists want? Socialists want the means of production and organized communes of people, and it's like, wow, something sounds familiar about this. Oh yeah, it's communism. How the CIA will trying to ruin Astra's election. She's a furry in secret and she owns BDs. I don't own a BD. I don't. USS Liberty incident. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about the USS Liberty. Don't talk about that one. Don't talk about that. That's getting too close to the hot politics. I'm not touching that one. I ain't touching that one. If you were to start a new party, what would it be called and what would the motto be? The Femboy Party. Fuck you, leave me alone would be my motto. Yeah, it's like the Femboy Party is basically just a libertarian party, except more based. And it would be, the motto would be just fuck you, leave me alone. Interstellar was a false flag. The vegetable virus was released from a what? You should really tie your hand at different type of videos. I want to, I want to try it. Like, I've thought about making a video about Hassan Piker, because, like, I feel like there's reasons why I want to do that, and but it's at the same time, it's just, like, you get into politics, it's like, I'm gonna piss people off, but if I make political videos, I'm gonna make people mad, and I don't want to do that. I don't want people to be, I don't want to become just, like, another political streamer, but maybe I should. Maybe I need to be. There are some things, like, especially in the trans community and, like, the femboy community, which I feel like are a little bit immoral. And a little bit, like, I feel almost morally obligated to point them out and to be like, hey, this is a problem. Like, people like Keffels should not get a free pass on anything because they are trans. Like, the fact that there are people who give Keffels a free pass because Keffels is trans is dumb. But, like, there's a lot of things like that where it's like, I feel almost morally obligated to make a video about this. And I might. But it's also like, if I do that, just can't go back once you do that. It's like, there's no going back. Leninism and communism are very different things. Are they? I don't know. It's all just, communism to me. I don't see how it's any different to communism. I don't know. I don't like socialists. You know why? Because that funny Austrian painter guy, he was a socialist. I don't trust him, socialist. Doesn't Kay hate Ian McCullen because he's not 100% Kay Kona? I don't fucking know what Kay thinks. I don't go on Kay, like, at all anymore. Like, I go on there every once in a while, but I really don't spend that much time on Kay or give a shit about what Kay thinks. I think Kay hates Brennan Herrera. Kay hates everybody. Kay probably hates me. Astra's inherently political for being a base trap. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like I feel like part of what makes people like my content is like I try to be really raw about it. I try not to be like I try to just be me. You know, I don't try to like put on a show or pretend I'm something I'm not. I'm just me. I'm just Ash. I'm just a dumbass, right? So I don't know. It would be easy to make videos about politics because politics is such an easy thing to make videos about. But it would be very different. It would be a very different political video. It would not be like any. It would not be like a normal. I feel like if I were to make videos on it, it would definitely be from a unique perspective. So at least there's that. Everyone seems to have their own definition of communism. Yeah, everyone kind of does. It's all kind of the same. It's all, in my mind, it's like, the different kind of communisms, I don't know, they're all kind of the same. Realistically, it's just authoritarianism or libertarianism at the end of the day. It's kind of like what it turns into. You're not a K poster unless you post your feet with if you post your gun with your feet in the picture. They only like guns, not people on K. If you aren't a gun, they hate you. Everybody should check out some Ordinary Gamers video on Keffels. Yeah, I thought that was a great video. You know, I thought about making a video about Keffels, but, like, that's the thing. So I don't think I'd make a video about specifically Keffels, is because, like, some Ordinary Gamer made a really good video on it. And it's like, I don't know what I could add to it. I might make a overarching video about trans people and some things that I feel like people ignore and they shouldn't ignore about that whole situation, but I don't know. I don't think it's like he did a really good job making that video. Is there any political commentators I like? I like a lot of political commentators that are funny. But I don't really watch any political commentators like specifically. Like I don't watch Tucker Carlson. I don't watch fucking whatever CNN bullshit. I don't go out of my way to watch specific politics because you gotta think, if you're watching one guy like talk to you about politics, you're only getting their opinion. And what ends up happening is a lot of people will just watch one guy. They'll watch Tim Pool. They'll watch fucking what's his name? My fucking brother watches a guy. I forget what his name is, but there's a lot of them. You know, there's a lot of people like that. They'll just watch Hassan Piker. They'll just watch people like that and watch their political opinions, and they'll just download that entire political opinion without thinking about it, and they'll just regurgitate it as if it's just like correct without even thinking, maybe this is a not so great opinion about something. And it's like, realistically, like both sides are dumb on a lot of different issues. Like there's no one side is right and one side is wrong. It's so much more gray than that. It's like there's a lot of people, I feel like if you just watch Steven Crowder, you're just gonna have the Steven Crowder political opinion out for everything, and it's just like it's not very good. Steven Crowder's a little bit of a, you know. How do you deal with burning sensation after I use ice? After what? True communism is very similar to libertarianism. Hell no, it's not. Hell fuck no, it's not. How is that? You just described two completely different things. Communism cannot be close to libertarianism. Let me tell you, that there are a lot of people who think the bottom left of the political compass is their political like thing. I have news for you, and I hate to break this to everybody in chat, but if you are in the bottom left quadrant in the political compass, you don't exist. That does not exist. The bottom left of the political compass, that whole bottom like section, basically does not exist. Being extremely left-leaning and extremely libertarian is not a thing that's real. It's like, it just is not. It's like once you go far enough down to the political compass, you end up with anarcho-capitalism, and that's it. There are no rules. Everything's fucked up. It's shitty. And once you go too far down, you end up back at the top, because then someone will just create their own communism in the anarcho-capitalism. It's just it's all fucked. You don't want that, chat. You don't want the bottom. You don't want to be at the bottom. Are you a fan of Bukele? I have no idea what that is. If you watch Astra 24/7 and absorb her politics, I will become an AK and buy bad dragons. They hear ironic policy 200 bits. I don't have bad dragons, but maybe AKs. You don't watch Tucker Carlson? I hope he doesn't watch this VOD. I find Tucker Carlson funny, and I like watching Tucker Carlson sometimes because I think he's funny. Like, if you watch Tucker Carlson on the Theo Vaughn podcast, it's hilarious. but that's similar like Alex Jones. Alex Jones is so fucking funny. Like, I don't watch or listen to Alex Jones because I don't really care about what he says, but he's so funny sometimes. That's the thing, though. I can't really, like, I don't, like, watch political commentators. It's like, there's, like, oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of this guy, and I just watch their videos all the time. And it's like, you know, it's okay, but, like, you really gotta get full different spectrums of shit. Like, if I'm watching something on the news, I make sure to get, like, a good opinion from, like, the left and the right about, like, what's happening. Because you gotta think all of it's biased, and all of them are trying to sell you a narrative. And you gotta think... You gotta remove yourself from that and be like, what narrative am I actually being sold, and what narrative do I want to actually believe? I'm sure Tucker thinks of you all the time. I'm sure. You know, I'm sure that one time that I was, like, 2 feet away from Tucker Carlson made Tucker Carlson very, like... He thinks about me. I know he did. I know he sensed me. I know he thinks about that weird lesbian-looking guy at that one dinner. Thoughts on Destiny? Destiny is kind of like, he's got some okay takes, you know, but I don't like most of what he says. I don't know, he's alright. He's kind of a bit full of himself. Destiny, he's just like one of those guys that's just like, I'm an intellectual and I know how to debate people and I'm just so smart that anyone who thinks I'm not smart is clearly not smart. It's like that Ben Shapiro ass, like, I'm an intellectual and my whole identity is based around me being an intellectual. It's like, come on, dude. Come on. Steven Chowder still exists. Shapiro would make the perfect twink. I don't know about that. Did he ever respond to you after you showed Bussy? No, he didn't. Both them Republicans are small, one liberals. I don't know if either is left or right wing. I have no idea. Controlling the distribution of goods and workforce is government. Yes. That's what I was thinking. Like, there's the second thought guy. Like, there's a video, and it's like introduction to socialism, and it's like, we're a socialist. We're not communism, but we want the free housing, free healthcare. We also want the people to own the people to own the means of production. In other words, communism. It's like he said, oh no, we don't want communism. We just proceeds to describe exactly what communism is with big words that sound fancy so no one knows he's just describing communism. It's like, oh my god, that's some of the shit he says. A lot of people like that they spin a narrative. That's the thing. A lot of it really that bothers me is that everyone spins a narrative that it's like us versus them. That whole mentality of like us versus them mentality is bad. Like, if you're communist, I don't care. I don't think less of you as a person because of that. I just disagree with that political opinion. There's nothing more to that. And the fact that nobody can say that now is a problem. Get trans women or more properly. Would you get ripped or have a six-pack to be Dommy Mommy? No, I don't want to be Dommy Mommy. We want the people to own the means to their own HRT. Political ideologies is a spectrum. People need to specify more. Yeah, man. People, Destiny did a video on Taftaj, the original political fanboy. I have no idea. It's not government if everyone has equal control of the resources. But that is government, though, right? It's like you can say everybody has control, but realistically, you're just putting it on the state, and you're giving all of the power to the state. Is when you say that the people own the state, and then this people that owns the means of production. Realistically, though, the people don't own the means of production. It's the state that owns the means of production. It's this because the state is the people in a communist society. That's what that means. Is that it's like if the people own the means of production, that means that they democratically all have a stake in the means of production, which means the guy who farms the land does not own his land, but rather everybody owns his land. In other words, communism. Like, the idea is that you take away the means of production away from private entities or the actual individual who owns it. So in other words, you can't have a single person who owns a farm. Everybody owns the farm. And that worked so well for Maoist China. It worked so well for them that it's just, I can't understand why people don't want to do that nowadays. You can't enforce equal control of the resources without a state. Yeah, you can't control that, and when you do that, you can't distribute it properly without it just being... Because that's the thing, it's what ends up happening. It just ends up becoming a state that controls everything that's just like, oh, everybody owns everything, but there's one group of people. They still need to be way more powerful than everybody else, even though we're all equal, trust me. But Lenin? Stalin? Oh, he's... No, you can't talk shit about him. You'll get murdered. But everybody's equal, remember? I left an hour in political ideologies. Now, I don't know how this happened, Chad. I try to avoid this, but it always ends up coming back to me. Is being a bottom communist or capitalist? It's not either. That's the other thing, is like capitalism isn't like a form of government. People are like, well, I live in a capitalist society. We do not live in a capitalist society. Every single communist society that's ever existed has used capitalism. Look at the biggest communist like countries right now, China. Very much so a capitalist country, if you ask me. But it's I don't know, it's fucking... capitalism is just the idea of trade. Anytime, if you take somebody and you take, hey, I'll trade you this bench for that steak, or this chair for that steak, and you make a trade, boom, that's capitalism. That is the exchange of capital. That's all it is. No skin in the game. Capitalism has that problem to sometimes, though in a very different form. Countries with the best food we should listen to: Japan, France, it's Italia. I don't know, man. They always have riots every other week, and Italy is fucked. Italy's like actually fucked right now. Like they were having some problems over there. They don't talk about it, but there are some problems in Italy. My main problem with people's communism argument is that they always describe capitalism as if it were a political ideology, but capitalism is inherently a system of trade that exists everywhere no matter what. If you perform any kind of trade, you just experience capitalism. That's basically what I just said. And people like today will say, oh, we live in a democracy. And like, let me get this straight. We do not live in a democracy. We have never lived in a democracy. If we lived in a democracy, then you would have to vote on literally every single fucking thing. Like, oh, we want to build a bridge. Everybody needs to vote on it. That's democracy. We do not live in a democracy. We've never lived in a democracy. The Founding Fathers created this country as a republic, not a democracy. And so we are supposed to be a republic. Now, we're not a republic anymore. Because at the end, today, the corporations control our country more than our government does. So we're really a corporatocracy because they can just lobby the government to do whatever they want. So most of the rules and the bills that come out of the government were put there by a company to get some sort of advantage in the company sphere. This is why I feel like regulations on like corporations are more needed than like regulations on individual people. Italy is a constant shit show. It is a constant shit show, but apparently, like, it's been fucked up over there. Like, I don't know, like, I hear some shit. Capitalism is an offshoot of mercantilism. Capitalism as a word originally intended as a slur. Original name was individualism. I mean, kind of. I feel like what capitalism means in modern society, though, is not, it's not an offshoot. It just is. Capitalism is everywhere. If you took out every single form of government ever and completely launched the entire world into anarchy, it would technically be capitalist. Because the default is capitalism. Because at the end of the day, it's just people trading for shit that they need. Any sort of trade is capitalism. Corporatocracy, yes, going to use that more often. Well, that's what it is. Like, I mean, that's the problem with lobbying, right? Is that when a company wants something, they want a rule to like pass. You guys remember the gay frog bit from Alex Jones? Like the turn the friggin' frogs gay. You guys remember that? That was real. That wasn't fake. That was a real thing. Like, there was a study done on frogs who were exposed to a certain chemical, which was a like fertilizer that this company was using, that showed how frogs exposed to this like chemical in the water would exhibit very like androgynous traits. Like, they would start to develop traits of the opposite sex. So essentially, they were turning into the opposite sex. It's not really that they were gay; it's that they were like developing like things wrong. And what happened was this company lobbied the government and basically made their own studies to disprove it just so that they could keep using it. And it's things like that where it's like a company wants to do something, and so they will lobby the government to be able to do it easier. And it's just like a lot of shit that happens like that is like, there's a lot of bills and shit that are like that we have no idea who paid for them to be put through Congress, but someone paid for that shit to be put through Congress, and it's not necessarily someone who has your best interest at heart. Fertilizer gives you a pussy? Okay, got it. I know, right? That was my thought. Like, shit, dude, can I get some of that? Frog HRT. In single-sex environments, some West African frogs can change their gender. Life finds a way. Look for that T-Rex. China has a mercantilist economy focused on over-investing in on expert sector. Yeah. France has 99% nuclear power. That's cool. I do think we should, like, invest in nuclear power. It's dumb that we don't do nuclear power more often. Nuclear power is, like, the cleanest form of energy, and it's, like, the most potent form of energy. It's just everyone's scared of it. African dwarf frogs are cute, yeah. Get that fertilizer. Hey, girl, you get that fertilizer pussy. The U.S. in 20 years. Hey, girl, you one of them fertilizer pussies. I love them fertilizer vaginas. Communist countries peaked in the 70s. Now there are like 2 communist countries left. They did peak in the 70s. Just like plaid. In Soviet Union, there was trade. I have news for you. The Soviet Union used capitalism. They did. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but the Soviet Union used capitalism. They did, just like China does now. They did too. Eventually, they always figure out this whole like no capitalism thing isn't working. Turns out the frog's gay was literally the plot of Jurassic Park, though. Literally the whole movie based on using the frog DNA to fill in the gaps in the dinosaur, and thus dinosaurs inherited the ability to change their sex and mate outside of the control of the park operators. It's kind of weird. But no, there is like a whole video. Someone did a whole deep dive on the gay frogs thing, and there's a lot to it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but like it's been a while since I've seen that video. But there's a lot to it. Like there was a real big thing. But it's basically an example of a corporation pushing their will over the government and over like people and studies to get their way and make it so that they have kind of like a governmental immunity towards things. Trade does not imply capitalism. I feel like it does, though. Like, in terms of what is capitalism? It's just the trade of capital. And what is capital? Capital is anything that has value. So if you're trading anything that has value, you're doing capitalism. That's basically it. I don't know. Maybe I have the different definition of capitalism than other people. I don't know. I don't know what the exact definition of capitalism is. But I feel like for most people and most other people's understanding of capitalism, it is that. It's like, hey, I have this cup. Can I trade you for that cup? Because this cup has value to me. That cup has value to me. I will trade you. Bam. That's capitalism. Is this financial advice? No. Political straw. I'm starting to zone out on this topic. I'm sorry. Political straw's out. And political straw's out in full. Listen, I put on the Adidas outfit, and I'm just like, I'm going to get political today. It's fun to talk about politics. That's the thing. Like, I always enjoy talking about politics, and I always like enjoy talking about it. But I'm always like, oh, I don't want to make people upset because I'm talking about politics. But you know what? Fuck it. I just have to not care. Capitalism is an economic and political system in which countries, trade, and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. Well, isn't that just trade though? Like, if private owner could be anything. You know what I mean? Like that's. If you own a chair, you are a private owner of that chair. No matter what society you live in outside of that, if you own a chair, you are the private owner of that chair, and that chair has monetary value to you, and you trade it for something else that also has value to you, that's capitalism. It is just capitalism. It's just the trade of capital. That's all it is. And anything that has capital, anything can have capital, because anything can have value. And anything that has value can be traded, and that's capitalism. No profit involves investment to make your company more competitive in a period in history. Trading cups can be capitalism because there is no currency component. It can't be capitalism, but it can be a currency though. Like it can be. It absolutely can be. I mean, look at Fallout. Bottle caps. Currency can be literally anything. Currency is just at the end of the day, it's just another form of power. Like if you have money, you have power, and that's all it is. Power is money, and money is power. Guns are power. Guns will always have their value and retain value because they have a set amount of power that they have. And so this will never not be valuable because of that. It's like anything that can have value and anything can be traded, which means anything can be capital and anything can be, and anytime you're trading capital, you're doing capitalism. I don't know, chat. I'm not like the smartest person in the world. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt because I am a little retarded, but you know. Cambridge capitalism definition: an economic political system in which property, business, and industry are controlled by private owners rather than the state, with the purpose of making a profit. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't care about. I don't know. It's like the definition is like people can define it as different things, but realistically, when I say capitalism, I'm talking about that the trade of capital. That's all it is. I mean, is it like? It's owned by someone privately, but then it's always been in every single society of all time. Like every single communist society has had capitalism in it to an extent. You have to be able to convert the item into currency in order to use your cups to buy something from someone who doesn't need or want cups. Yeah, but it can be a currency. Like anything anything can be a currency. If someone needs cups and they have something that you want, let's say someone has 20 chairs but no cups, and you have 20 cups but no chair. If each of you trade a cup for a chair, you've determined that chair to the person with the cups is more valuable than one of their cups, and the person with the chairs needs one cup. So that one cup is more valuable than all of their chairs to them. So both of their items have value and inherent value to each other, and so they trade them for a profit on each side. That is something that can happen in any society. Trading cups, trading chairs is literally just, it's always been a thing, but that inherently is capitalism. I will trade you half a bag of frozen dino chicken nuggets for 4 frozen burritos for that AK. I'll even throw in an ice cream sandwich as a sweetener. That's capitalism right there. That is capitalism. You just described capitalism. You're so cute when you talk politics, especially when muted. You're just like, motherfucker. I've been pulled into this. This is why I try to avoid politics. This is why I try to avoid it on stream. Because some people will inevitably get, like, angry at me for talking about politics. But I don't know. I like it. It's fun to talk about politics. Like, I enjoy talking about politics. But I try not to do it too much. Because it's, like, it is something that's, like, you know, I'm not the smartest person in the world. And no one should take my opinion with an absolute certainty, right? Or always take what I say with a grain of salt. Because I feel like you should always take what anybody says with a grain of salt, you know? I pay them 2040 USD for your AK-47. Would it seems businesses do better a job at trading than a state? Businesses do a better job at trading than the state. Well, yeah, it's true, but you know. Where's Puck and Mookie? They're downstairs. What's your take on Israel, by the way? How about no? I'm not. That is one issue where I will not talk about because that is a hot button issue. No. I'll say this. I don't fall easily in line with any of the takes that most people have. But I will also say this, that I am not touching that shit with a 40-foot pole. Because there's so much, yeah. That is one thing that I do not want to get into. I didn't know that, so trade doesn't mean necessarily capital then. Then did trade... Wait, what? Doesn't private property of the economy imply a state to ensure its private status? I mean, not really. I don't know. Can we add stream chaos and allow chat to pick the songs for the background music? No, because chat would pick copyrighted music, and I can't have copyrighted music. And the background music is in a big playlist. Like, I have this big, like, 4-hour-long video on my computer, which I have my audio on, which is why if I, like, switch scenes, right? If I switch scenes, like, the audio cuts out, and when I switch back, it turns right back on. That's because the music is tied to the scene. I'm very clever. Yeah, please no more questions about Israel. Like, believe me, I do not... I do not want to get into that conversation. That one's a good way to get canceled one way or the other. There is no opinion I could have on that entire topic that wouldn't be extremely volatile. I couldn't say anything about that shit. You know what my take on Israel is? I like Jerusalem pens. That's my take. The Jerusalem pens, great. If Astra talked about Israel, Mossad would probably assassinate her. Do you also get that burning sensation after a bussy workout? If so, what do you do about it after a bussy workout? Define bussy workout. I don't know what that means. Define a bussy workout. Gonna start having feds and snipers on the rooftop of Astra Mensage. What if a trolley car was going down the rails and there was a junction and Brandon Herrera was tied up on the track and like Jizzy was tied up on the other track? Whoever you saved had to marry you and support you as a housewife? Who are you saving? Brandon Herrera or my actual boyfriend? I wonder which one I would choose. The guy that I don't really know other than the internet, or the guy that I literally live with and already am dating. I wonder who I would save. Of course I would save Jizzy. Gonna start having fits. Ass stretching? Do you mean sex? Are you saying that your asshole burns after sex? And what do you do about it? I'll tell you what you do about it. You use more lube when you're having sex. You go slower. You stretch that shit out beforehand. You warm that shit up with 3 fingers at least before you stick in anything else. And then once you do, make sure there's lots of lube. If you think you have enough lube, you don't. Add more. Don't just like put a little lube on and then just like don't put a little lube on your dick and then stick it in expecting that lube to be enough. You gotta lube both the hole and the rod. You gotta lube them both really well. You gotta loosen that hole up because it listen, man, you gotta warm that shit up or else, you know, it hurts. It hurts. It can hurt a lot. If I were to approach Astra, I would say the secret word, Jerusalem. That's like, I swear to God, that's gonna get me like in some hot water one of these days. Brandon should have gone for the femboy vote by getting Astra to campaign for him. Obviously. Best answer, save the jizz, then steal Brandon's AK-50. Exactly. Exactly, that's the best answer. I don't know what to do about a sore asshole. You just deal with it, I guess, man. What's a femboy? But a miserable pile of lies. But enough talk, how about you? Here's the real political talk. I think you gotta understand about politics is that I have a specific, like, point of view from certain parts of politics, like with guns and trans people. But that's it. You shouldn't take what I say very seriously, because I am not a political commentator. I'm a dumbass on the internet. Would a lube testing test be TOS or not? I don't know if that would be. Guy who's trans? No, I think femboy is more of an aesthetic. You can be a femboy and be trans, or not be trans. I don't think being a femboy has anything to do with being trans. I don't think femboy is basically a trap. I think a trap is somebody who is biologically male and is indistinguishable physically from a female, but they don't necessarily identify as a female. They can, but they don't necessarily. Like I don't know. There's a lot of complicated shit right there. You know what I mean? Are you going to do episode 3 of the podcast? Yes, we already recorded it, and I just have to upload it, or I have to edit it and upload it, which I'll try to get out by this Sunday again. The thing about politics is no matter what you say, 50% of people will be angry. This is true. This is very true. And it's like, you know, I'm not like the most smart person in the world, so it's like I could say something and someone could disagree, and very well they might be right. I'm not always right. Like, I feel like a lot of people, their problem with politics is they go into it assuming that they have to be right on everything. And it's like, I assume that there is a certain amount of opinions that I have, that I hold, that are just flat out wrong. And, you know, I have to try my best. And I think everybody should try their best to find those things about themselves and their own opinions that they think are, they realize are not true, and then, like, fix that. It's like, you gotta take the bullshit opinions you have and weed out the bad ones. I should just had political opinions like everyone else has. True. smart in certain areas, not so smart in others. I don't know, it's like, yeah, and like, people will have all their definitions of what communism is and what capitalism is, and people have different definitions for both of those things, but to me, it's like, I don't like, I think capitalism is not so much like a form of government, it's more of the lack thereof. Like, I don't think that if you don't have any government, you can't have a capitalist society is dumb. I think capitalism is, I think it is just inherent to humanity, as trade is inherent into humanity. And when I personally define capitalism as the trade of capital, and I don't think it has to be by I don't know, doesn't have to be a state to like dictate that. Anytime you have a possession that you trade for another possession, that is capitalism, in my opinion. You know, maybe that's not the textbook definition or whatever, but in my opinion, and I feel like in most people's opinions, that's what it is. No war but the bean war. My argument is that capitalism isn't a political ideology since it exists in society, and that has ever existed. It's inherent to human condition. Yeah, it's basically what I just said. Basically what I just said. Beans have become political on your stream as well. They are! Because beans don't belong in chili. And that, you know what, that's the one hill I will die on. I will die on that hill. I don't care about anything else. I will die on the beans and chili hill. Fuck that. Astra's ass cheeks are the best, if I'm honest. See, if you don't like my political opinions, you could just look at my butt and then just be happy with that. If you don't like my political opinions, that's fine. Just look at my ass instead. Capitalism has been proven to work since the beginning of civil society, but I feel like that inherently is not the greatest statement, because I feel like there's a lot of times when capitalism doesn't work, and it can create problems. Unregulated capitalism can often result in just monopolies that create their own communist little worlds within a capitalist society, and that's kind of a problem in of itself. It's like there are ways where capitalism does bad things, and there are bad things that result from capitalism, but capitalism in of itself isn't a political ideology, it's just as a human condition. I don't know, I'm kind of retarded. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded. Is bean chilling? Unregulated USA is basically Kaiser Permanente and Walmartville. Not unregulated, but unethical capitalism. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there are certain areas where it's like you have to... There are anti-monopoly laws as a regulation of capitalism, and I feel like there are certain areas where that is important. The issue is when you let when you let corporations make the rules, and then you end up with a corporatocracy because they make the rules, and it's not really... That's what we live in today. That's why McDonald's controls you. Bean chili, John Zena. I've been saving my political opinions because this is not the forum. Yeah, it's not. It's not. I don't like, I like talking about politics. Sometimes it's hard, chat, sometimes, because I want to talk about politics, but I always feel bad when I do. Because, like, I always feel bad for the people who don't like it, and there's always some people that are just like, oh, god damn it, this is annoying. I feel bad. I don't like doing that. But I always want to talk about politics because it's fun to talk about politics. It's so fun. Evil Stro likes to talk about politics sometimes. Are you wearing lipstick today? No. I'm wearing, like, a little bit of concealer on my eyes, but you wouldn't... it might be off by now. Talk about politics to get you hard? Oh, yeah. Donald Trump. This is a fetish for everybody. Am I religious? That's another thing I'm not going to touch with the 40-foot pole. You're asking the questions that are too hard, work. Too fucking... Nah, man. You're asking the difficult questions right now. Evil Astra. What should we do with the poor people? I don't know. Poor people are poor for a reason. Maybe make it easier for them to not be poor. I do believe capitalism could go too far, just like the company Standard Oil that just kept funding political campaigns and control all of us in the oil in the USA. But that's corporatocracy. That's corporatism, right? It's like that is capitalism. But at the end of the day, that's not just capitalism. That's corporatocracy. You know what I mean? That's a corporation controlling the government and getting something that they want out of that. You know what I mean? They're controlling the government to make a profit. And it's like that's capitalism, but that's not just like a symptom of capitalism. That's just a symptom of giving any one corporation the ability to make laws. Shrimp does have a big butt. He does have that dump truck, you know what I mean? He does have that. When Donald Trump took the stand today, he had to apologize to everyone about the loud clapping noise. His statement was, "I'm just too thick. I'm sorry." Government, you mean corporate overlords. Most powerful company to get broken up was GE and RCA. Donald is not asking if he was good in bed. He says he was the best one. Standard Oil was the most powerful company since the East Indies. The goal of capitalism is profit? Yeah, but that's like... It's always the goal. Like, everybody always has that goal. Anytime anybody does anything in capitalism. Like, if you're trading with somebody, you're trying to gain value in whatever you're trading, right? And it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be... It's like, you can have a system of trade where both people profit from it, you know what I mean? It's like trade in... Profit is not a bad thing, you know what I mean? In terms of financial value, GE was a question of military value or equivalent of croup. I don't know. I do think it's a little bit weird how, like, most corporations are, like, owned by other corporations. It's like there's not a whole lot of different corporations out there that own most everything. Time? I don't have a time thing. I should probably get a time command. Probably. The number one goal of any business is to stay in business. The number two is profit for investors. I think the number one goal for any investor or any company is to make a profit, is to grow as a business. You know what I mean? I don't like the idea that it's like the goal of a company should be profit for investors. I think it's just the goal of a company should be just to grow. And I think that's where, like, regulations come in. It's like if a company is growing at the expense of the people, then there needs to be rules that makes it so that every company has to work for the benefit of the people and not against it. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how I would implement that. I don't know how I would do that. So it's like it's easy enough to say, oh, I think we should make it so the companies are not bad towards people. That's easy enough to say, but there's a reason why it's never happened. It's because it's much harder to implement. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll be president and I'll fix everything. My goal is a comfortable life. Ooh. I think that's what most people want. Pharmaceutical companies has its own can of giant worms. Yes. What, you need insulin shots? Have fun paying $400 a month after insurance. Oh, you need it to live? Too bad. Go to Wikipedia. Most companies owned by companies based in Switzerland, France, and Monaco. Old money still controls the world. That depends on how the company is incorporated. Never shoot a gun again or quit being a femboy. Never shoot a gun again. Because if I quit being a femboy, I'd have to stop taking estrogen, and that's a no-no for me. I would give up a lot so I could keep doing estrogen. Because if I don't take estrogen, it hurts my brain. It makes my brain feel okay. I want free dog grooming. Without capitalism, there wouldn't be company making the painkillers I'm about to take, because apparently I have lumboscatia. Yeah. And honestly, there are people out there that saying that you shouldn't have to pay for those medications, and I get that at the same time. But that idea is very like wishful thinking, and that's never that simple. You always have to pay for everything. You always have to pay for things, even if the government says it's free, and you're paying for it one way or the other. BlackRock and Vanguard own my asshole. Hurt your brain because of testosterone. Blackcock. Petition to rename BlackRock to Blackcock. That would do it. If I was in the government, I would basically make it so that BlackRock and BlackRock subsidiaries couldn't function in the United States unless they changed their name to Blackcock, and then that would fix everything. Immediately, that would fix all the problems in the U.S. What's that? Your company's owned by Blackcock Incorporated. Eggplant. Based. What's the other one? Vanguard. Cock guard. What could I name Vanguard to? That would be funny. Cock guard. Vanguard's now cock guard. You got a license for that, Black Cock. There was a, I always love the counties that are named Black Hawk County. Like, there's a county in Iowa named Black Hawk County, and it's so funny. I always laugh every time. We need to go deeper. Vanguard chastity cage. That's kind of what I thought. Every time I think of Vanguard, I kind of think of like a chastity cage, and I don't know if that says more about me or says more about Vanguard. Thank you, oh wait, no, never mind. That was a minute ago? Fire Eric 39 followed it a minute ago. Huh. That was a while ago. Ugh, and now I am a little hungry, chat. What am I gonna eat today? What am I gonna eat? I need to figure out what I'm gonna eat. Someone say chastity cage? Maybe. Maybe. Someone sent me another one. But it looks too big. Someone sent me another one, and I have not a lot of hope for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I do not have a lot of hope for that thing fitting. I just don't. I really don't. I could try it on right now. Huh. Interesting. Yo. I need a Mountain Dew outfit, chat. I need like a solid Mountain Dew outfit to rep my addiction. Small PP, extra small size cage slips off. Damn. I don't know. The one, it looks too big, man. How tiny are you? I'm not that small even. I don't know. I guess maybe I am just really small, but like I have not been able to find a cage that fits. It all fucking falls off. I'm not 5'1", 100 pounds. God damn it. Everybody's always like, oh yeah, Astra's 5'2", 5'1". Astra's 4'9". No, I'm 5'3" and 3/4. Don't discount me my 3/4. And then I weigh 110 pounds. I'm glad we changed the subject from communism to chastity cage. But I mean, that's really like what life is all about. It's what Astra wearing wrong. Small. I do kind of want to try it on to see if it fits. I want to give you guys a report. I guess I'll do that after the stream. Astra's actually 5'2". I might be 5'2", but I don't think so. I haven't measured myself in a long time. 2.75 inches and 10 pounds is within tolerance. Every quarter inch counts. I don't know, I shrank. I might be smaller than 5'3" and 3/4. At this point, I might be smaller than that. Cause I shrank from 5'4" and 3/4 to 5'3" and 3/4. I shrank like a solid inch on estrogen, but I don't know if I could shrink more than that. I don't know if I will keep shrinking and getting smaller, but I feel like that's gonna happen more as I get older. You know. It's just not an oversized clit. I'm a wizard frog that manipulates ethereal cum with my mind. People do shrink when they get older, so there's a hope. Well, my grandma is like 4'8", you know? And she used to be 5'4", so I pretty much have to accept that eventually I'm probably gonna be her height. We need to get you an escort at least once in your life. Why do I need an escort? You know I'm in a relationship, right? Like, do I need an escort? Why? Turned at the right time, people. Tuned in at the right time. Yeah, you missed the communism talk, and now you just get the cage talk. Is your thumb bigger? It depends. Like, not flaccid, probably. Yeah, it's about that size. Flaccid. I don't know. Jizzy would know better than I do, probably. Are we talking about Ford automobile from the 80s and 90s? She has a BMW. She's enough of a masochist to avoid getting into the front-wheel drive Fords. Oh yeah, no, I hate Ford Escorts. I do not like front-wheel drive vehicles. What was the question? How big am I, really, Jizzy? Really? Is that crystal? I love that shit. It is crystal. It is crystal. An Escort RS Turbo would be kind of baller. Not front-wheel drive, though. Front-wheel drive cars that are supposed to be fast are always so stupid, in my opinion. It's like, oh yeah, bro, I got my Honda Civic Type R. I'm so cool. Like, no, you're not. VTEC is dumb. Front-wheel drive Hondas are dumb. They're not fast. Buy a fucking better car. Technically, the tip of the penis is the criteria before it morphed, and then the fetus changed from female to male. Astra tiny PP is half the size of mine, literally. I don't think it's half. I think you're being generous there. I think you're being generous there, bad vibes. Elaborate, uwu. But you won't say it to his face. John Cena drives a Civic Type R. I would say it to his face. I know where John Cena lives. I fucking know. I've driven past his house before. I could go in there and be like, hey, your Honda Civic is dumb. If Jizzy was a doctor, he would laugh when you pulled down your pants. I don't know. I'm not that small. Like, I think part of it is that Jizzy is just massive. So it's like, it makes me look smaller than I actually am. Just post both of them and let us figure out which one is which. Jizzy doesn't want to say an actual size because he's being a good boyfriend. Astra Stalker arc. Do you know where his house is? I do. Well, I know where one of his houses is because one of his houses is in like Florida, and I know where it. I know where it is. I've been in that area before. Thank you, the Fat Cat, for the follow. Thanks so much. Am I not surprised in topics when turning into a cute femboy? I'm getting Moby Dick vibes. Jizzy living the dream. I'm kind of curious now, though. I want to see if it fits. It's one of the ones that came with a bunch of different, like, hoops. But I don't know if the hoops are what are, like, getting me... I don't know if the hoops are what are going to make the difference. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think the hoops are going to make a difference. It's actually insane how popular Finster's Battle Pass is. Dude probably makes more money than Disney. Yeah, his Battle Pass is really popular. He makes a lot of money on there. Astra's smaller than Finn. This is true. Yes, this is very true. Is Disney a good kisser? I think so. It's actually insane how... Yeah, but he did it really, like, right. He really teased it for a long time. That's kind of how you should do it. Is that AK loaded? Man, last time I complained about someone complaining about my guns being loaded, someone donated a lot of money. And then I had to eat a worm. But no, it is not loaded, for anyone wondering. But if it was loaded, it wouldn't be a problem because I'm in my own house and I can have a loaded gun next to me if I want to. It's not loaded because I'm not trying to have a desktop here, but like, I could have it be loaded if I wanted to. In fact, actually, wait a minute. This one is loaded. This one actually is loaded. I don't usually keep it in the chamber, but this one, I do actually keep ammo in this gun. So if anyone is thinking about breaking into my house, don't. Please don't. The Master Capitalist. When are you doing the Sissy Supplies review? Right now. Pretty good. There's a review. Some good old 762 and it would make it better. Yeah, it's true. Finster looks like an angel. You know, Finster, he's got the British face. He's got that British phenotype. And you know what? Sometimes it's good. But sometimes you just need that good American phenotype. You know what I'm saying? Extra dewormed for stream. To be fair, you should sell that gun. I mean, maybe. I kind of think I want to sell it, but I don't know. The issue with me selling that gun for this gun is, like, I've already got so much money into it. Like, I bought it for something like $600, right? And so, like, if I were to sell it, I would kind of want to get at least 500 out of it. And the issue with it is like, if I was able to sell just the gun itself, without the optic and the light, for 500, I probably would. But the issue is that the light is, like, this is a $200-some red dot that Oscar gave to me. Thank you, by the way. And this is like a $150 light. And so all together, there's like $350 of added bullshit to this, and that's not including the trigger job. So I put in a trigger job into this thing. So it's got like $400 worth of bullshit on it, on top of the fact that it was $600 to begin with. And so if I sold it, though, in this capacity, I might be able to get $500 from it if I sold it with the light and the red dot. And it's like, if I'm going to sell it, I want to replace it. As a compact, I want another compact 9mm if I'm going to get rid of this one. I just don't know what that compact 9mm would be. It would either be the Springfield Hellcat, or it would be, like, the Beretta PX4. But I'm pretty sure I saw a video on the Beretta PX4, and it was way bigger than the 365. And the 365 is already barely, like, concealable for me. I need something that I can conceal, like, pretty easily, and that's not what that is. Is the barrel of that gun not parallel to the rest of the gun? Not when it's not when the thing is back. That's kind of how barrels work in most semi-autos. Is that once you pull it back, the barrel goes up like this. See how it's kind of loose there? It moves up once you inject the barrel, and that way once I'm not sure exactly why handguns do that, but most semi-automatic handguns do that to some extent. And then once you make it slide back forward, it evens out, and you can even see when the chamber pops back into position there. That is not similar to how the Makarov works. The Makarov is very dissimilar to that, in that it does not have the barrel does not move when you pull the bolt back. So if I open this back, the barrel stays straight and it's solid. Picking up the revolver tomorrow. If you have changed your mind, now would be the time. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty hyped for it, because honestly, I think that's probably going to be the best carry gun. I just can't think of a better carry gun than that. That is like, I've thought about this question a lot, about what the best carry gun for me specifically is. And I'm fairly certain it's the Smith & Wesson 340. Makarov similar to Walther PPK. It's very true. Alright, I'm out. Have fun the rest of the stream. Alright, see you, Jizzy. Why does it do that? I think it's to help the next round get into the actual chamber, and it's also to unlock the barrel. So when it clicks back into place, it's locked, but then once the slide starts to move back, it unlocks the whole barrel that way. I'm not exactly sure. But here's the issue, right? Here's my issue with, like, handguns and, like, what I want to conceal carry. Because I want to start concealing carrying, right? I'm feeling like I should have some, like, protection on me of some sort. You know what I mean? It's like I want something that I can carry around to protect myself with. And that's what I bought this initially for, right? That's why I bought the this SIG. Is for my carry gun. That's specifically why I bought this gun. I did that because this gun fits my hand really, really well. And it's like, I have really small hands. So this gun, being a really small, like, subcompact, is really, like, it fits my hand really well. And it's, like, comparative to other handguns, they don't fit my hand as well as this one does. Like, even my Astra here. This one's like a full-size, it's not even a full-size handgun, it's almost a full-size handgun. But it's 45, right? But this one is like, it fits my hand, but it's way bigger, and it's not as comfortable to hold as this one is. This one is just, it fits my hand a lot better, I can control it a lot easier. It just is, like, way better in my hand. And then it's like, if I'm gonna conceal one of these handguns, one of them is a lot easier to conceal than the other one. Like, this is a lot heavier, it's a lot bigger, it's a lot bulkier. Like, if I'm gonna conceal this somehow, it's not gonna work out very well. But This one, on the other hand, is a lot thinner, and I can conceal it fairly well in that manner, right? But the issue is, once you have, like, the actual, like, I actually have, like, a holster for it, which I do have somewhere, it still prints pretty bad, and I can't really carry this without printing it, because it's just too big of a handgun. Which is why I want something like this, something that's really, really small, really light, something that's like a 5-speed, or a 5-shot, or a 6-shot revolver, something that doesn't have a barrel that slides, because if you take, like, for instance, you take this gun, which, by the way, is unloaded, for anyone wondering, but if I take this gun and put my hand up against it and I push into it, this gun will not fire, right? Right now, it will not fire. So if someone's on top of me, right, and someone's like trying to hurt me and I shove my gun into them and I do that, my gun won't fire. I have to consciously think to pull my handgun back so that I can shoot the gun. Which is fine and all, but I don't want to have to do that in the middle of, like, when someone's on top of me. Now, a revolver, on the other hand, does not have that, so I can push this into somebody as much as I want, and it's going to put a big-ass hole through them, right? I can actually use the gun to get them off of me and pull the trigger at the same time, right? Like, I can do, like, that type of thing, right? Like that. And that's why I really like this. It's small, concealable. I could put it in my boot if I had to. If I want to carry another gun, it's a great backup gun. If I want to carry something else, it's a really good thing. Like, I like the idea of having it. What I want is I want a thigh holster, and I want to keep one, like, under my skirt or something like that, where I can just whip it out really quick. The issue with this specific gun is it's only in 38 special, and I like 38 special, but I want something with a little bit more, or at least I want something that has the ability to shoot a bigger bullet than that. Because I don't know if I would carry anything other than 38 special, to be honest with you. But this one, because this does kick pretty badly, and I definitely do not want wooden grips on anyone that I actually carry. But the main issue that I have with this gun, in terms of concealed carry, is that it's got the hammer. The hammer, like, it gets caught on things really easily, and if you're gonna get it caught, it's like, you can't pull out your gun if it's getting, like, caught on everything. So it's like, I want, basically this with a bobbed hammer is perfect for concealed carry for me, I'm pretty sure. Just because it's the smallest form factor that you can get, while still having a reliable handgun that has enough power to put whatever you need to be put down, you know what I mean? I cannot wait to shoot this thing. Back in the drawer you go. Back with the Makarov. The only actual gun that I've, like, actually concealed carried before, and, like, to actually feel like a self-defense situation, is when I went to go get the BMW. It was in the middle of nowhere, and I felt a little unsafe, so I brought this with me. I used the Makarov. Guns, taxes, math, English. Underneath the skirt, how does that work? Well, you have, like... Here, let me pull it up. There are, like, ways of concealing like that. Like, if I do thigh holster. Holster. Right? It's like this. Right, so you get, there's like a couple of them that they make. They make ones with like a top strap. They make smaller ones that are just like a wristband, like this one. I think this is alright. I just worried that this would slip down over time, and I feel like that would be kind of a problem if it was slipping down. I like whatever gun she's got in that fucking holster though, with the blue, with like the case hardened. I like that a lot. But that's kind of how it would work. The thing about that is you just need a gun that's not heavy, because if it's too heavy, it will just start walking down on you. I could also do something like this, where it's like you have an ankle holster. That's why I feel like the Smith & Wesson 340 PD is probably like one of the best options that you can get, or that one of the best options for me, is because this light is extremely lightweight. I probably don't need a big, thigh holster thing like this to keep it upright. I could probably go with something small like that, or like that. Something that's not big, something that's small, something that I could really easily conceal and not have to worry about, like, falling down or something like that. You know what I mean? That's my thing, is I just want to conceal without printing, and I don't want to, oh, I like that. There's a bunch of other different shit. I like the fact that it's got the knife on there. That's kind of cool, actually. I just want to be able to conceal it without printing, without worrying about it printing. I want it to be, and then the gun itself needs to be reliable. Something that I don't like those really small micro PSX, or like micro compact pistols that are like semi-automatic, and it's like, I don't trust that shit. I don't know if that's reliable at all. I need something reliable, something that can pack a punch. I don't want 380 ACP, anything like that. I don't want that bullshit. Get that out of here. 9mm is the smallest I'll go. Fuck it, I need something that packs the punch, that's reliable, and that's light and small. And I think the 340 PD and 357 Magnum excels in every single one of those aspects. It's like a 13-ounce gun, which is insanely... Remember, a can of Mountain Dew is 12 ounces. So, a 13-ounce gun... I think actually the 340 PD is 11 ounces. So the 340 PD weighs less than a can of Mountain Dew. It's a revolver, and it's a Smith & Wesson. So you know it's going to be really reliable. And you can put 357 in it, which will perform about as well, a little bit better than 9mm out of a full-sized handgun. So if you have a full-sized handgun, I will still have a little bit more power than that out of 9mm out of a full-sized handgun, when I'm shooting 357 out of a snub-nose revolver, which is pretty impressive, I think. But then I have to say goodbye to my wrist, because shooting 357 Magnum out of a Smith & Wesson 340 PD is probably extremely painful. So I don't know if I'll ever actually carry 357s in it, but I like the ability to. TT762 is the best. I don't have a Tokarev. I have a Makarov. I've got the 9x18 Makarov, but I don't have the Tokarev. I want a Tokarev. I do have something that shoots that caliber. I have this. Hold on. 7.62 by 25, is it? I think is what it's called. I have this thing, which is cool as fuck, and I love it. It shoots that cartridge, the 7.62 by 25. That was loud. Ow. And I also have the kit to do this with. I need to get this sorted. I need to get a tax stamp for this so I can make it this like holding stock, like real and not like fake. I need to get that done. But then that's annoying. It costs money. It takes a while. But either way, I have this PPS, which is really, really cool. But I do not have a Tokarev. I was writing PPSH as a joke, and there it is. We did Astra get an SMG about it. I got that when I got everything else from Oscar. It's actually just a PPS. Yeah, it's not a PPSH. It's just a PPS. I want to get it SBR'd. It's just a handgun right now because it doesn't have the folding stock doesn't unfold because it's the government. So I need to go and get a tax stamp so that I can convert it and get a real folding stock so that I can actually fold it out, and it'd be really cool. But then I need to get a tax stamp, and I don't want to do that right now. How hard is it to get the tax stamp, Oscar? What do I need to do for that? Like, how expensive is it to get that? Because I should probably get that going. Because I know it takes like 6 months for that to get back, Marry me, Astra. They look like the right weapon to use when you're having a bad day. What about an MP7 and 4.6x30? I don't have an MP7. I don't have one of those. I don't know. SMGs just aren't my thing, typically, so... Tax stamp is super easy. Well, like, how? How easy is it to do that? Because I had $200, probably under 6 days? 2 to 6 weeks? That's not so bad. Yeah, 6 weeks seems normal. I just don't have 200 bucks. That's the problem. I don't have the 200 bucks for the tax stamp. I want to get it done, and I want to like do it so that I can have that gun be like unfoldable, but I don't have $200 to spend on that shit right now. My boss has one, but ammo's expensive as fuck. Remember when the weapon loading scene in The Matrix? What's law on tax stamp SMG? You can use it for self-defense and after it's legal. I don't know what the law is on it so much. I have to look it up and really go make sure I know what I'm doing law-wise, but... Did the times go back up? You fill out one form, it's like buying a gun. They want a passport photos, which you can get at any drugstore, and two fingerprint cards, which you can roll at home yourself. Okay, that's not so bad. I think I have, if I have a passport, can I just use that? Do I need to get new passport photos taken? Or can I just use the passport? Because I don't know where the specific photos for my passport are. I know where my passport is, I think. Form ones aren't quite as fast as Form 4s. Damn. I guess, yeah, how much does it cost, though? Because, like, I imagine it costs, if it costs less than $100 bucks, well, fuck, I don't know. If it costs less than $100 bucks, then I should probably start doing it. For that to be less than a year old, oh, well then probably need to go take another photo, then. Either way, you know, it won't be too hard for me to get, I don't think. I do kind of want to do that, but then I have to have the other thing, the reason why I haven't done that yet, though, is because, like, I have to, once I do get the tax stamp back, then I have to take it to a gunsmith, and I have to pay a gunsmith to convert it, and that's gonna be annoying. Homeless walk around with knives and open carry, waving at pedestrians. I don't know. So how much does it cost for the actual tax stamp, though? Is it $200? You can do an e-file and take a selfie to upload to the website. Huh. So I could just do it all online. But I still need the fingerprint thing, right? How do you do that? Do you have to just like order a fingerprint roller off of the internet and then just send it to them? How does that work? I feel like I've asked you this before, Oscar, but I feel like I need you to walk me through the process again. I doubt you need a gunsmith. You probably just need a Dremel, as wimpy as those welds are. Where even are the welds? Are they right there? I'm not sure where the welds even are, to be honest with you. Probably have to find that. It might be that. Man, I haven't even shot this yet, though. I do at least want to shoot it. I haven't even gotten to shoot it. It would be weird to shoot it without the stock, though. It'd be a lot cooler if I had a stock on this thing. I need to get this fucking shit sorted, man. I really do. So much shit I gotta do, chat. The problem with doing shit is it all costs money. I don't have any money. That's the problem with doing shit, is it all costs money. Bumfire incoming. Do you already have your house scouted out for the best positions in case of a home invasion? Yeah, I mean, there's not that. Yeah, I don't live in a big house, so I live in a small apartment, so there's not really that many angles. It's pretty easy. Like, if someone's breaking the house, it'd be pretty just like. It wouldn't be too hard. It'll be good to shoot while we have the Tokarev at the same time. Yeah, I mean, shit, we'll bring it when you come down here. We go to the range. I'll bring it with us. Honestly, even without a stock, it looks effective. I mean, yeah, I mean, it still shoots. it just doesn't have a stock right now because it's a pistol. You have an FFL at hand with Oscar, just do it. I have an FFL at hand, just send them your finger, live scan. I mean, how much does it cost though? If I do the Form 1, do I literally just have to spend like $15 to take the photo? Because it's not, you have to pay, isn't it like $200? I want a TOW launcher at my rooftop. I live on the 13th floor. I don't know, because if it's not too much, maybe I'll just do it soon. When was the last can of Mountain Dew you smoked? I don't think I've ever smoked a can of Mountain Dew, I'm gonna be honest with you. Google forgotten weapons. Japanese used cheek welds back in the day without stocks. Huh. It costs $200 plus however much you need to spend on the photos, prints, and postage. I see. Yeah, so okay. I'm probably gonna have to wait a little bit for that, because I'm broke. Your boy's broke. Since samurai armor got in the way of the stock. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They do have that problem. I do have like the Russian outfit with the brioche. I've got that comm block. I was talking a lot of shit about communism earlier, but I've got the comm block loadout, the AK, the Makarov, the PPS. I just need a Tokarev. That's all I need now. I need a Tokarev. I need. That's it, I think. I just need a Tokarev. And then I'll have everything. You found most of it. The only thing you would have to send in is in the prints. There's ways to get your prints electronically, but that costs extra. It would scan, or get scans if you were going to do more than one stamp, but for now, fingerprint cards are cheaper. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'll do, probably. The issue is just I have to have enough money to spend $200 on that thing, and I don't even have my Galil back yet. I still have to, like, pay for that and figure out what the hell is going on. I have to call that motherfucker and be like, yo, where the fuck is my goddamn gun? But the issue is like, I keep wanting to call him and being like, yo, where's my gun? But I don't have money to pay them if they're finished. Like, it's like, I don't want to have this nightmare situation where it's like, I call them and they're like, oh yeah, it's done. We're ready to send it over. You just need to pay us like $400. I'm gonna be like, fuck. I can't do that for $400. Scary fact, I realized today how far my 6-word Creedmoor could reach into town if I live in G's. She's a Putin puppet. I wouldn't say that. You were to make an emote out of Jizzy plus Jill makeover stream, remember? Was I supposed to? I hated that stream. That was such a fucking... That was such a fucking... I was so upset. Dragonov or PSG-1? Dragonov. I don't even really know what a PSG-1 is, to be honest with you. But Dragonov is like one of my dream guns. I want a Dragonov so fucking badly. That's so cool. Semi-automatic AK in 7.62x54R, I would love. I really want something in 7.62x54R that's semi-automatic. Oh, it's the NATO one. It's the auto sniper from CS:GO. It's the terrorist auto sniper. No, I would rather have a Dragonov, definitely. I'd definitely rather have a Dragonov. They make, what was that? It's like Romanian, what is that? Dragunov. There is a Sentry Arms Dragunov, like this, the PSL 54. They make it. It's like $2,500 for a brand new one. You can get them for like used for like $2,100, and they make them new. I'm not sure how good these are. A box just like that is what this gun came in, so it's like, I imagine it's very similar to this, which is good because I like this a lot. But like, I just want it, chat. I want it so fucking bad. I want it so fucking bad. This is an actual Dragunov. Oh, it's so fucking cool. $3,000. It's so cool. It's just never gonna happen because I don't fucking have money for... I don't have money for that shit. I guess I could get something like this. And just like... Because what is this? Oh, it's a Saga? Yeah, I guess I could get something like this and put it like a proper stock on it, you know. I could get like a California gun. Really, I just want... a semi-automatic 7.62x54 rifle. That's really all I want, chat. That's really all I want. What about HKG-28? You know, there's a lot of German, like, European guns, and I'm not the biggest fan of most of them. Like, you got the FAL, the G, like, the SSG or whatever. And they're alright. They're alright. They're cool. But I've just never been, like, some people are just like, oh, those are so cool. Some people go hard with those guns, but they've never been that interesting to me. I've always been more into the Russian ones, you know? Get it converted so I got 308? Eh, maybe. I smell something burning. I think Jizzy's cooking something. Slava boo. I don't know when my P3OL is coming in. Putin is dumb, could export these rifles to USA for a huge profit, but instead of a certain war. Yeah, he could have. He could have done that. But he didn't. But he didn't. And now I don't have what is this? I'm posting a Reddit link? Come on. Reddit links. Oh yeah, it is crazy to watch, like, the cost of, like, operating these weapons. It's like, running the fucking anti-air gun for 10 seconds costs, like, $100,000. I am the super Russian girl. Hello, Rainfall. The entire reason the Century A series exists is for export to the US. Well, that is kind of the entire reason. I'm not sure. You know, I've heard some people say that a lot of those guns are really bad. But, like, this was a Century Arms import. It's a Romanian Washer 10, and it was a Century Arms. Yeah, a Century Arms import. But this thing has been great. Like, I've had to say, I put so many rounds through this thing at this point, and I love it. I love this gun. I've had this gun for so long. I put so many rounds through this, and it's like, it's never really failed me. The only thing about it is that there is a pin that keeps this pin in place. This one right here is a little, like, hook thingy that's made out of, like, wire, and it's good to replace that. I replaced that in this, and I never had a problem with it since. Century series are the AK-10X series. Polinar Tactical 308 Sega gun and furniture embargoed though. Denmark made an AK service rifle during the Cold War called the Madsen LAR. I like it. It looks pretty cool. My only problem with it is, I don't know if this is secure. I don't know how the dust cover works on this, but my only problem is whenever I see guns that have the optics mounted to the dust cover, I don't ever trust that, especially on a 308. I don't know why you wouldn't just have, I guess maybe this specific gun doesn't have, I guess it's got a side folder, so it probably doesn't have this scope mount on the side. But that's a tragic, like, that's tragedy. Like, if you look at this gun right here, it's got a scope mount right here, and then you could mount a wraparound Picatinny rail and mount your optics on that, and that way you know it's solid, and it's not like the fucking, like, look at this. Look at this shit. Like, look at this dust cover and how much I can move it. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm moving it quite a bit. So if I had an optic mounted to this thing, I wouldn't trust it to hold zero. That's why, like, a lot of AKs come with this, and if you don't know what this little thing is right here, this is a scope mount. There's a lot of mounts that will hook onto this, and it will wrap around top over here, and then you can put that has a Picatinny rail on it, and then you can put your optics right on there. I've always wanted to do that with one of my AKs. I kind of want to get one for this one, but I just never actually pulled the trigger and bought one. But it's like, why would you ever replace this top guard with a dust cover that has a Picatinny rail built into it? Because it just, I don't know, man. That just seems so not reliable. Especially on a 308, something that you want to have be relatively accurate at distance. I don't trust that shit. He won Finnish Brutality 2023 with that? Well, fuck. I guess I stand corrected. Maybe, obviously, whatever setup he has holds 0. Must. M1 AMAGs. Ew. Does Bulgaria still produce AKs? Probably. I don't think I saw that before. The mag he had on it. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't really know magazines that well, especially for 308. It's probably like an FAL mag or some shit like that, because it's got the rock, you know. It's like, you have to have a rock lock mag on it. I don't know. Sometimes when Astra talks guns, I go sit at the kids' table. Finn's being weird. Go AR or buy some AUGs for the army. ARs are just dumb, though. AKs are better than ARs. They just are. I'd rather have an AR. I'd rather have an AK than an AR pretty much any day of the week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Eugene Stoner. Mikhail had a better design. It's more reliable. It's more durable. It's just the caliber is superior. 7.62x39 is just superior to 5.56. Sorry, not sorry. AKs are just better. I'll take my AK any day. Except, I do like the AR that I have. The What Would Stoner Do AR, that is very nice. But that's mainly because I'm a bitch femboy and I have weak little arms and any amount of weight is pretty important. Tell Melody hi for me. Thoughts on the Krink AK-556? I think any AK chambered in 5.56 is a tragedy. 5x45 is a better cartridge in my opinion than 5.56, and if you're gonna chamber an AK in something smaller than 7.62x39, the only acceptable cartridge is 5x45. Otherwise, 5.56 is just dumb. 5.56 is a varmint round. It's 22 caliber. It's piss poor. It's really small, and to be honest with you, I've heard enough veterans talk about how they'll pump people full of 5.56 and they'll keep coming just because, like, the bullet is so small that if you're on enough adrenaline, you won't notice that you've been shot. And it's like, an AK at least has a little bit, AK is 30 caliber. So it's like, you got that 0.8 millimeters or whatever that of extra size and mass that's just gonna stop that guy a lot more. I know it's like the most boomer thing to say, but stop in power, like, actually. 7.62 is more accurate than 5.56 in AKs, especially shorter barrel length, and in AKs probably. I would say 5.56 is more accurate than 7.62x39 out of an AR, and ARs can be more accurate. But I feel like at that point it doesn't matter. Like, if you're shooting if you're shooting at 400 plus yards, I feel like this gun can realistically perform at realistic standards at 400 yards. Like, if you really take your time, you don't need a fancy special optic. You just need to know what you're doing, and you can hit your target at 400 yards with this thing, right? It might be a little bit easier with an AR, but at that point, how many people are you engaging that are 400 yards out? Like, I live in Florida. There's barely enough, like, there's so much tree cover here that you'll almost never get into an engagement where you're shooting someone 400 yards away. It's just not realistic. In my mind, any engagement I'm gonna have is between 50 and 200 yards, and that's perfectly within the AK's wheelhouse. And it's like, when you're shooting that bullet, the bullet has more mass, which means it's gonna dump more energy into whatever it hits. So if you shoot somebody without body armor, it's gonna do more damage to them than a 5.56 would. The only advantage that I think that in terms of like a personal use type of situation, the main advantage is the armor penetration. Since a 5.56 is a smaller bullet, there's less surface area that makes contact to whatever you're hitting. So it's going to dump less energy into whatever it touches because it's got less surface area to dump energy through. So if you shoot body armor with 5.56, 5.56 is gonna do a better job at penetrating body armor than AKs or 7.62x39. I think anyway. That's kind of, you've got a faster, smaller moving bullet which is going to be better at penetration than the AK's larger, slower moving bullet. But if you're shooting somebody without body armor, the 760 by 39 is just objectively better because it's a bigger bullet. It's going to dump more energy into whatever you hit with it, and it's going to do more damage. Energy is speed times mass. Yeah. M16A4 is a laser. I mean, yeah, but so can an AK. Like, AKs can be pretty accurate, too. So, I don't know, it's like... I hate the idea of, like, shooting somebody and then them just not stopping and you have to put, like, 5 rounds into them. It's just, like, that's not... Your most accurate shot is going to be your first shot. And so my thing is I want to really make sure that first shot is a good shot so that they'll go down. Getting hit in the body armor hurts like a bitch. Do you have experience? Have you been shot before, Maxitol? Is it true bullets don't travel in a straight line? No, they don't. They curve. They lob, you know. If you go up far enough in distance, it really, like... That's why you have windage on your sights, is so that if you're shooting at somebody at X amount... If you're shooting somebody and they're at 100 yards, you'll use it like this. If you're shooting somebody at 200 yards, you might do... I think that... You might do that, right? You'll move the sight up. And it basically just moves this rear sight up so that to keep... It basically will... If you keep the same picture, your gun will be tilted more up like that. The more windage you give it. And that's because the further you're shooting out, the further that bullet's gonna arc down. And eventually you'll need to keep shooting above your target to have it hit. Elevation. Not personally, but I know a few people that got shot by AKs. Yeah, I wouldn't want to test that. That seems like it'd be really not fun time. Nice arms. Oh, thank you. You have really nice arms. I don't like my arms very much. They're too muscular, but you know, it's whatever. I just got them gains, you know. Straight out of Compton. MR762 13-inch with a 6x30 ACOG with aim point, T2, and blast deflector suppressor. I'm thinking about building that. That sounds very expensive. AK with windage elevates you. The RPK has windage adjustable rear sights. The RPK does. This one doesn't have windage. Not windage, elevation. I did say windage before. My bad. I said windage when I should have said elevation. Windage is side to side. Elevation is up and down. The RPK does have that. The AK, it does have windage, but it's not really windage. You can move the sight back and forth, but... I think maybe... No, actually maybe not. I don't know if you can move the sight back side to side on the front sight post. I know you can't... The rear leaf doesn't do that. On the RPK it does. But on the AK it doesn't. It's just your normal, like, AK rear leaf sight. Which I kind of like. I know a lot of people don't like the AK sights, but I really don't mind the AK sights. I think they're alright. I think they're pretty good. I think the, you know, the peephole sights are generally better, but, you know, it's, Hello, Celian. I'm doing pretty good. That'd be a 7,000 euro build without spare mags. Oof. Yeah, that's really expensive. So does the Vepr 12, yeah. Because, you know, I mean, I guess you need that more on the Vepr 12 because it's got more... You'll probably notice more of an effect of the windage if you're shooting a slug at, like, 100 yards. I don't know. I love the Vepr 12, though. I really want to, like, trick out my Vepr 12. You could adjust the windage on the front sight. You need a special tool or hammer to in a punch. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you could adjust the windage on the front sight, but I've never done it before because I've never felt the need to tear apart the front sight and do that. But look at the specs from the MG5. MG5. All these European guns. I hate it when guns are like... I hate it when they're like, oh, I really want this specific GX25. When really it's just an AR. It's just another AR, goddammit. Oh, this is a belt-fed machine gun. That's kind of fucking cool. Now I'm just getting videos of cars. Apparently MG5 is a car. Oh, it's an MG. I forgot MG is still a fucking company. Are they in the U.S.? I don't think I've ever seen an MG in the U.S. like outside of MG midgets. Huh. Interesting. Adjusting the windage is something you do to zero the gun and then you never touch again. I imagine so. Imagine windage is something you'd think about more on like a scoped rifle, you know? Just like how a lot of pistols are based on the Colt 1911. The HK MG5. I'm from Texas. Where am I from? I'm from Florida. I live here in the Florida where people are crazy and there's palm trees everywhere. Most modern pistols are. To some extent, yeah. Wonder how much the FB Radom MSBS Grot will go for once we start importing them. See, like, you could just say something like that, and I didn't understand anything that you just said. I have no idea what gun that is. Not a clue. That gun could be any gun, but it's probably just an AR clone. Hi, Peanut. Hello, Peanut. Don't chew that, Peanut. Do not, no chewing the wire, Peanut. New Polish infantry rifle, not AR, really? A new infantry rifle that's not an AR? I don't believe you. No chewing on that. One thing I do want to see here, and that I've been intending to try out, there is a little bit of like surface rust on my Astra, and it's like I'm kind of upset about it. Like, I don't know if you can tell. God damn it, Peanut! I knew you were going back there to fuck with my lights. I'm gonna Peanut, you little stinker, you. There we go. See, look at. For the most part, it's still good, but there's just a tiny bit of surface rust on like the top of this thing, and it's kind of upsetting to me. And I want to see if I can get it taken care of. I had some fucking Peanut. I'm gonna, you little stinker, you stop chewing my goddamn wire. Watching you. You better stay away from that fucking cable. I'm watching you. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get like a... I'll use some of the other ones. Let's see if I can use some of these and some CLP to get some of that surface rust off. Otherwise, I'm going to take it to a gunsmith and have them clean it. And like go through it and clean it. Because I really want to keep this thing nice. You know, 100-year-old technology in modern systems. The Army gave me a worn-out AR-15 and it hurt my feelings. Well, that's what the Army always does. You know, it always makes me laugh when people say, oh, it's mil-spec, so it's like higher quality, right? I've known too many veterans to know that what mil-spec means. Like, whenever someone says mil-spec, I'm just like, oh, is it? Mil-spec, huh? Soon the stream will be all hers. Can I ask you something about your stream? Sure. See, like, sometimes the rag and the CLP works, but sometimes it doesn't. I need someone to help me, like, really clean this. I think it's sort of working. Can't really tell. It's like, it's working a little bit. Yeah. Really, I just need to take it to like a gunsmith or something and have them go through and clean all the parts. The bluing seems to have stayed mostly intact. There's a couple parts that I might want to have reblued, but for the most part, it stayed pretty good. I've only shot this gun a couple times. Leave a film of CFP on it when you store it. That's what I'm planning on doing. there's just a little bit of surface rust on some of these like non-coated parts, and it's really kind of like, ugh. I want to see if I can remedy that. Probably gonna have to take it to a gunsmith and have them really clean it up though, because I want to have this thing be nice. I want to have it stay mint condition, so, as long as I can. Yeah. Hopefully that's not gonna hurt the blow in on this, right? Oh, this thing is such great condition. Ugh. I forget how good of condition this thing's in. When I hold it, I'm like, damn, this thing's nice. Shit. Mod bait. When I'm an artist looking for some commissions. Any chance you would like to commission something for yourself? And I don't mind if you would love to show some of my work. Do you use Discord? I'm broke, so I can't commission anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have any money for that. I thank you for the offer, but I don't have any. I'm not in the market to do commission art. I hear people talk about, oh yeah, I commissioned someone to do this art, and it, it's just a couple $100, and I'm like, damn, I don't have that kind of money to spend on that shit. I'm broke. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take this like gun apart and clean up some of these metal bits. Something, I don't know. What the fuck? What have I done? Yeah, what the fuck have I done? Oh, shit. There we go. There we go. I almost fucked it up. Got it! Oh, this thing is so nice. This thing is so fucking nice. Like, the actual bluing of the rifle, of, like, the handgun, though, is so nice condition. I don't know if you guys can see this, but look how shiny this fucking thing is. Look at that. Look at that. The only parts that I need to, like, work on are, like, there's this little part up here. There's a little bit of tiny surface rust. You can almost see. Not a whole lot. And then on the back here, there's a little bit I want to take care of. Also, this pin right here needs to be, like, reblued. That's it. I gotta keep up on my gun maintenance, chat. I need to find my gun cleaning kit so I can do the gun cleaning stream. Remember we talking about painkillers? I forgot to take them. What the fuck? Thankfully those parts are in white, so this should be somewhat easier to fix. Yeah, the only part that I'm really kind of concerned, there is a pin that needs to be reblued, I think. Or redone with the, like, the cool, like, case art. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Otherwise, most everything is still in pretty good condition. I just need to go through and really clean everything. I think it's time where I just need to go through and clean everything that I have. But I need to find one of the gun cleaning kits I have, because I don't remember where I put them. So I need to find that, and then I'll do a gun cleaning stream once I do that. Living in Florida, you need to be wiping stuff down regularly to stop sugar rust from forming. Yeah, that's kind of what I figure. I need to get in the habit of Red Dead Redemption gun cleaning in real life. I've been playing that recently. It's so fun. I need to get in the habit of, like, really going through all my gun collections. The problem is I have so many guns that it's, like, hard to go through all of them. I need to get... Someone either needs to send me a gun cleaning kit, or I need to get another one, because I don't know where mine are. I need to find that, because then once I do, I'll just need to go through and clean them all. I think mostly everything's in pretty good condition, though. I haven't, like, nothing's, like, really started to rust. Like, I have, like, noticed some rust forming on some things, but then I'll take, like there was, on the Brugera, there was some surface rust on the outside of it, but I took I did that same thing where I wiped it down with some CLP, and it took care of that shit right away. Gun cleaning stream would be cool. Yeah. Like, the Bergara is not too bad, because I've cleaned it since I shot that one. But there are a couple of the guns that I haven't cleaned since I shot them. And I just need to do that. I need to go through and clean all of them. I need to go through each of my guns, get them... Any luck in getting the bore scope working? No, I don't think I did ever get that working. I think it just broke. It broke and it was no longer. I'm pretty sure that's also in Iowa, the gun scope. I think it's still in Iowa in the whatchamacallit, the storage unit up there. Which maybe I will eventually get back. I still need to call them and figure out what the fuck is going on to see if I need to pay them, because I have no idea on what's happening with that. But apparently I do still have the storage unit, which is good. Because I was worried that I had lost that one for a little bit. Peanut, stop. Get out. Yeah. Gun cleaning stream would be cool. Yeah, I will do it once I have that. Must have mushed my fingers between a floor hack and pinch weld. Literally fat fingered the keyboard. She already sold the kidney. Living in Florida, yeah. Bluing, not blowing. You got any hot blowing on or gun refurnishing skills? No, not really. See, that's the thing. That's what's nice about AKs, is I don't really have to worry about this one too much. Like, it's like, you really could. I could just like throw this thing in the corner and forget about it. It wouldn't matter. This thing is. It's not the kind of gun that I really have to worry about. That's kind of why I like AKs. It's like, no matter what happens to it, it's alright. It's an AK. It'll take it. The gunsmith in iOS is still trying to RMA it to the wrong manufacturer to this very day. I wouldn't be surprised. Because I still have not... They have not called me. It's been months of them saying, oh, it's almost done. Just got to working on it again. It's just almost done. I've called them so many times, they've always said that. I'm at this point, I'm like, where the fuck is my gun? That's the gunsmith and I was, yeah. I don't know. I have to like call them again, but I get it. It's like, I don't want to call them and have them be like, okay, it is actually done, now pay us. And I would just have to be like, oh, can you hold on to it for a little bit? Like, I don't want to have to tell them to hold on to it for a little bit because I need to wait until I have enough money to buy it. Or to pay for that shit. That's so annoying. Like, I want that gun back, but Jesus Christ. That gun has been a process ever since I got it. One of these days, I'll have my Galil, and it will be functioning, and it will work perfectly, and I'll have just a normal Galil. I'm probably gonna put the old, like, wood furniture back on it, because I have, like, a aftermarket furniture on it, because the furniture that came with the gun was really kind of worn, and I didn't like it that much. But I'll probably put some aftermarket like bullshit on it, and then I'll fucking get it to be sick, and I'll probably powder coat it, and I'll make it sick, and it'll be nice, and I'll have my Galil. But how much did you sell that Galil for? I didn't sell the Galil. I didn't sell that shit. I might still have it. I don't know. Maybe the question is that you should be asking is how much did the gunsmith sell my Galil for? Because I still don't fucking have it. Jesus Christ, it's been that is like a ridiculous situation that I need to get like sorted out like soon. Because like they've had that gun for so long. They've had that gun for like, I swear to God. Hold on. When did I post this? Because like I have a YouTube video on my channel of me talking about the Galil, and that was only that was like a month before I gave it to them. So let's go to Astra. Let's go to my channel. $8K mag in Galil, 7,000 views. Amazing. This is the gun I'm talking about. They had that Galil longer than I've been watching you, I think. I'm pretty sure this is true. This fucking video quality. Fucking ears. That was my problem. Part of it is that like all the magazines didn't fit very well in those things. Like I feel like part of the issue I was having was feeding problems because the magazines were so weird. This is 2 years ago, chat. So that means we're coming. They've had my gun for closing in on 2 years. They've had my gun at the gunsmith. I've had that gun since 2017, and it's when I got the parts kit for that gun, and I gave it to them in like 2022. And like, I swear to God, it must have been like April or something of 2022. And they've had it ever fucking since. And that, it was at the gunsmith for a year prior to that. Or it was for like maybe 6 months. I don't remember. But like, Jesus Christ. I need to call that guy. Muted? Oh, fuck. It doesn't matter. Scuffed, no sound. Could they hold on to it until the customer get it back, or would they eventually sell it? I mean, I've talked to them about it though. Like I've called them. They know that I'm still aware that the gun is there. Like I've called them. I called them like a month and a half ago. Like I've been contacting them like all throughout this process. Yeah, we have policy at work where if it sits long enough, we start charging a storage fee, and if it sits longer than a certain period, it's considered abandoned. But it's like, I called them. There's no way they can consider it abandoned if I've been calling them, right? Holding on to it, awaiting payment is different from, fuck, how do I fix it? It's like, a part of me is like, I sort of get it. Like, they're, you know, the guy is like one of the only main gunsmiths in Iowa. He's kind of swamped all the time. Like, one of his lead gunsmiths quit. And so he's just trying to get through everything, and it's like I kind of get that, you know. I'm respectful. I like that gunsmith a lot. I want to see a shit AK. What is this? What is this? An AK-103T rail handguard, flap shaft. Interesting. I don't know what makes that a shit AK, because I'm not that I don't think I've ever heard of that brand of AK before, but yeah. SDM China crap. I see there's a set maximum period time until it's considered abandoned. But it's like, I've called them recently about it. So it's like they can't consider, if they consider it abandoned and they sell it, I'm gonna fucking sue their ass off. Because like, I can prove that I called them, because I have the logs that I called them on my phone, right? Like, on my old phone, it has logs that I called that company. I could probably go to my phone provider and say, hey, you have a history of me calling this person, like, within the past year, multiple times. What if the gunsmith the same dude as the guy who with the blue truck gun sideswiped your Beamer? He didn't sideswipe my Beamer. He straight up backed into it. My Beamer's here. He's here, and he went, like, this is, like, the front of his truck. He went, like, that, and, like, smashed the back of my car. Fucking, ugh. I think it varies from shop to shop. We have to document the customer has to sign before we take guns in for work. This is true. I've done that. I did like sign something for it. So maybe if they just sold it though, I'm gonna be really pissed. I'm gonna go on their fucking like website and talk shit about them if they sold that gun out from under me, because I've been contacting them. If they sold it from under me, they did that on purpose. Like they actually like fucking like fucked me. But I don't know. Maybe they didn't do that. Accuracy International AX50. I think that's cool. You know, I like the AX50. I just would rather have an Arctic Warfare in terms of Accuracy International. It's not the coolest. The AX50 is cool, but not as cool as the AK50. The AX50 is nice, but I'd much rather have the Arctic Warfare and the Arctic Warfare Super Magnum. Bought a Steyr 50 cal last weekend. Fuck yeah. Did you get a Draco pistol? I mean, maybe. I think Draco pistols are kind of overrated, but, you know, I like them. They're cool. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, like, Oscar, what should I do? Like, I've called them over and over again, and it seems to be the same story every single time. Like, oh, we're almost done. We just have maybe a couple more weeks. Couple more weeks. If you could go back to Astra 762, what would you tell them? Go back to Astra 762. What would I tell who? Who would I tell what? I'm so confused. I don't know. I'm just like, what do I do? Like, I had them. I feel like it should be about $400 worth of work. I think. I don't even know how much it's gonna cost. That's part of the issue. Is like, I don't even know. I would get them to ship it to you and then find another gunsmith to fix it for good. Mad version. Yeah, honestly, I think if at this point, if they haven't fixed it, I'm just gonna have them send it to me. Because it's like, I'm so fucking done with having them work on it. I am so pissed off that I haven't had my gun. If it's not fixed at this point, then I'm just gonna redo it. I'm gonna convert it to 762x39. I'm gonna do my own shit to it. Because, like, at this point, it's so frustrating. Like, I don't know what the problem is and why they haven't been able to fix it. Like, they should be able to fix it. All I wanted them to do, right, was to re-drill or fix the gas port on this part, right? I wanted them to re-drill the gas port in the barrel. That's what I wanted them to do. And fix the bullet guide and headspace it. Headspace, bullet guide, and gas port were the only things I wanted them to do to this gun. I didn't want them to do, like, I wasn't having them rivet bullshit. I wasn't having them do any of that shit. I wasn't having them build an AK. I just wanted them to do one little drill press, fix the fucking bullet guide, and headspace it. That should have taken them, like, a day. Paid 8K for car, I gotta sell it for 11K, though? Damn. Tell her not to take the gun to the gunsmith. Let me find on a European site. No way, that's a Krieghoff. I think we paid 4 and are charging 7.5. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know, Oscar, how hard do you think it would be to convert a Galil to 762x39? Because wouldn't I only have to change the barrel and the bolt if I did that? Because, like, the bolt carrier works with an AK bolt. If you're subscribed for 12 months, I think. I think so, yeah. If not longer at this point. Oh, jeez. That's what you mean by a Steyr 50. That thing is fucking massive. That thing is huge. I do want a 50 cal. I do want a 50 cal. The realist in me says that they sold it or kept it and are betting you're not going to do anything about it. Yeah, but I feel like that's so shitty. Like, I know these guys. Like, I've gone to them before for other things, and they haven't done it. I don't think that's the kind of thing that they would do, right? Like, the kind of vibe I got from that shop was not that they would do that. And it's like, if they did do that, I'm gonna have to go on their website and, like, make a review about them and, like, let people, like, try to let people know. Because that's, like, one of the main gunsmiths in Iowa. There are 2 gunsmiths in Iowa that I would think of to take my gun to, and I already took the Galil to one of them, and now it's at this other guy, and it's like he's probably like the best gunsmith in all of Iowa, and it's like, so you got a lot of people taking their shit to him, and it's like, if he's gonna do that, they're gonna actually just steal from me. Like, that's fucked up. 70 years ago, when their grandson takes over the company, and the next thing you learn is every few months, this girl will call to check on one gun, just say it'll be 2 more weeks, 70 years from now. I don't know, I guess I just need to call them again, and hope that they pick up, and hope that they, like, fucking tell me something valuable. Because, like, I didn't even know how I'm gonna pay for it, like, that's the thing. I really don't want to call them and have them say, oh yeah, it's finished, you know, it's finally finished, we're ready to send it to you, and then it's like, oh, I can't pay $400 for it. Like, that's what I don't want to have happen. So now I don't know what to do. What other guns you own are still at the shop? It's just that Galil. That's the only one that I have at a shop. It's just that Galil. Die height check. Die height check. Die height check. I'm prone to get fucked by someone who knows more than someone who doesn't. I guess it's true. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to call them tomorrow and be like, hey, listen, I need my gun. Just like at this point, I need it back. I kind of hope they tell me it's not finished yet, so that way I can just say, okay, I just send it to me. Because I'm not gonna pay them if they didn't finish it, right? Call in as Heather and see if they have the gun for sale. It's like, hi, do you guys have like a Lil for sale? Preferably an IMI one with a weird, shitty like aftermarket handguard on it and a shitty like $20 red dot. Shit, dude. I really hope they didn't sell that thing from under me. That's like that would be so fucked up. That'd be so fucked up if they did that, chat. I'll let you know if that happens, but that would be so fucked. I'd be so mad. I don't know. Are they open tomorrow? Because what is today? Thursday? I think they are open tomorrow. So I guess I'll give them a call tomorrow and see what they tell me. If they tell me it's still, like, not done, I'm just gonna tell them to send it to me. Because it's like, this is ridiculous. 2 fucking years. 2 fucking years they've had it. They could have fucking mined metal, forged it out, and milled a new gun in that time. I'm totally not Astra, and I want to know if you have a Galil with the following serial number for sale. Do you eat today? Not yet today. Nah, I'll probably go down and eat a couple slices of pizza. Florida girl shoots up gun store, police said. Florida girl shoots up Iowan gun store. I don't know, I feel like shooting up a gun store is the single worst decision you could choose for some place to shoot up. That is like the worst place. Let me go to the place that they all are armed and ready to just fucking, they're just itching to fucking put a motherfucker down. Don't ask to man have it sent to you as is. That's the thing, it's like, I'll probably tell them like, listen, you know, if it's done, just send it to me. If it's not done, then I'll pay for it eventually, but it's like, you know, just send it to me at this point, because it's like, I'm frustrated. Dude, is break in after hours. I can't break in after hours. It's 1,300 miles away. I can't really do that. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm upset. I'm upset now. Not thinking about it now, I'm like upset about it. I just want my Galil back. That's all I want. I just want my Galil back. God damn it. Plot twist, Astra's FFL gets a box full of random metal shavings in the mail. Pay for what's done if it's not after 2 years. I mean, I'm not gonna pay for anything if they didn't finish it, right? Like, if they did some of the work but didn't finish it, I'm not gonna pay them to, like, not to do a half job. It's like, I gave it to them to fix. I'm gonna pay for a fixed gun. And not a half-broken piece of shit that still doesn't work. Even though I've had it at multiple gunsmiths at this point, and I've waited years. It's been over 3 years at a gunsmith. I've had that gun since 2017, and like, so pretty much half the time I've owned that gun, it has been in the shop. I've shot it like 5 times, maybe. I don't want you to DDoS the website. I'll have to make a bad review. I'll have to go on Yelp and be like, hey, listen, I gave them my gun, and they kept it for 2 years, and then sold it out from under me. And I'll have to fucking tell them. I'll have to fucking make a thing of that. And then the issue is, like, it's a small enough shop in a small enough town, so they're probably, like, a review like that would probably fuck them up. So, it's like, I don't want to do that, right? I like the guys there. I've always liked that gun shop, and I've always liked the people there. But if they're gonna fucking, like, screw me over like that, I'm getting mad. Like, come on. Bring the Galil home. Bring it home. Shit gun. Hey, I like the Galil. I love Galils. I want a Galil. I want another Galil. I want a Galil Gen 2. Like a Galil Ace Gen 2. One of these days I'm gonna get one of those. But for now I want my actual Galil back. God damn it. These motherfuckers, they took it from me. Fuck, dude. You like them, but do they like you? I don't know! At this point, I don't know. I really don't fucking know. I've had the ticket in my wallet to pick up. Once you drop off a gun there, they give you a little ticket that you need to bring back once you pick it up. And I've had that in my wallet for fucking years. How long have carnivores longer than... How long carnivores longer than most of your teeth? I do have long carnivores. Canine, the canines. I'm thinking I want to get, like, this one's sharpened because it's like it's dulled out over the years. It's not quite as sharp as the other one. I want to get it like sharpened so that's it looks appropriate. FNC. Why am I thinking about that now? Played the World of Warcraft, so I have hundreds of emails. Fuck, dude. I'll just have to call them tomorrow. And I've called them like so much though. I've called them like every like 4 months at least. And so now I need to call them again and be like, bro, where the fuck is my gun? And they're probably gonna tell me like, oh yeah, you know, he just started working on it, and you're just like, no, you sent me that shit. You sent me that fucking shit. Have you consulted Jizzy about sharpening my teeth? Listen, I'm talented. I don't use teeth. I can get around that. It's okay. Swedish AK-5. Man, Aminakamal, you're just thinking about guns in chat. It doesn't matter if it's relevant. It's just random guns. And calling the insurance isn't enough. Obviously, they don't if they've given you a runaround for 2 years. Get your pops to get it for you. I might have them run down there and pick it up if nothing else. Like if they tell me like, oh well, we can't send it to you, then I'm just gonna have them go there and get it. And maybe I'll have to, like, go up to Iowa with my ticket and be like, yo, where the fuck is my gun? It's like, shit, dude. 2 fucking years that shit's been in their shop, man. 2 fucking years. How does that even happen? Come on. Now, this problem is, like, I want to call them right now, but they're closed. Fuck, dude. Gun sexual, but the occasional femboy BJ reference snaps me out of my tism. Thanks, Astra. What time do they open tomorrow? You're gonna have to go back up there and get your storage unit anyway. Yeah, but that's not gonna be for a while. Cause that's gonna cost like $1,600 to get down here, and I sure shit don't have $1,600 for that. Here, closing all of these tabs that I do not need open. Closing all them tabs. Them tabs. Call your father and explain it. I'm sure he'll be on your side and be as passed off as you are. Not really, probably. He doesn't. I don't think he'd really care, to be honest with you. But he might go take care of it. He might not. It just depends if he's feeling like it or not. He might fix it. He might, but I don't think he'd pay for it. It's like if it's like a situation where it's like I just need to pay for it. I don't think he'd do that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Go out there, pick up your guns, pick up the storage and the Mazda. That's the issue. Is like that's gonna cost so much money to do. It's like fuck. I hate the fact that my RX-7 is still up there. I really want to get that down here, but I don't know how else to do it. It's like I'm just gonna have to go up there, grid it, and make sure it's in drivable condition, and I'm gonna have to drive it down. Bond over guns. I think Daddy's too jealous for that. Not really. You know, I do bond with him about guns and stuff like that, and I know that he doesn't. I don't think he's jealous of my guns. He's always been he's had weird opinions on guns, and he doesn't like my guns necessarily. I don't think he cares too much about them. Like, he never cared about AKs or anything like that. But, I don't know, he might, like, take some time to go over there and do that. I don't know if he would or not. Mazda, not Mazda. Mazda? I'm not saying that Mazda. Hey guys, do you drive a Mazda? No, come on, it's Mazda. M-A-H-Z-D-A. Mazda. Not Mazda. Am I saying Mazda? Am I saying it wrong? Call Tucker and he can do an expose on the shop. Yes. You're wrong? Wait, how am I saying it? Mazda. Is that wrong? Is that wrong according to you? Is it not? It's not a Mazda MX-5 or RX-7? It's Mazda. I don't care. It's Mazda. Mazda, actually. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's Mazda. M-A-H-Z-Z-D-A-H. Mazda. is the Canadian pronunciation. Oh yeah, Mazda, you know? You got that Mazda. Oh, don't you know? I just bought a new Mazda down at the dealership. Oh yeah, don't you know? Oh yeah, sure, bud. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And Mazda pronounced Elizvitek. Elizvitek. Shit, dude, I am kind of hungry. What should I cook? I think I have 2 slices of pizza. I might have 2 slices of pizza, but Jizzy might have eaten them. And so if Jizzy ate the 2 slices of pizza I had left, what am I gonna eat? I have to decide. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Honda VTEC, the fuck? Man, I hate VTEC. VTEC is such a stupid idea. Everybody is so... All the VTEC fans are like, but my VTEC. It's dumb. It's a dumb concept. Stupid. Why does it smell like old people? Interesting. I don't know why it smells like old people, but it does. You can order something. I could order something. It's just, I don't. It's kind of expensive to order shit. It's like if I'm gonna like order mag sniff noted. I don't want to. DoorDash is kind of expensive. I can't afford to eat DoorDash every day. Pepperoni or sausage? Let's go with sausage. If someone's ordering a pizza, because I will take a sausage. If someone's ordering a pizza, I don't know if someone's ordering a pizza though. Cook some corn like a traditional Iowan. I fucking hate corn. I don't hate corn. I really don't like corn that much. I'm not a big I'm not big into the corn stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. Really not a big fan of corn. I like the band corn, but not the vegetable. My first car was a 1981 Honda Accord. Interesting. My first car is a 1983 Mazda RX-7 that's currently in a field somewhere that I need to go get. I have an extra 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell. Just have to drive about 200 miles. Drive south about 200 miles? Or do you live in Miami? Do you live in the Keys or something? How the only place 200 miles south of me is Miami. Or maybe Naples. 762 painted steel case, smells like old people. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just the magazine. Because I think it's been sitting in that. Oh, thank you so much, Student 08, for the $50. Thank you so much. Almost forgot. Thank you so much, Student 08, for the $50. Thank you so much. Fort Myers? That makes sense. Broward County. Yeah, it makes sense. Broward is all that kind of same. I haven't been to Broward County. Or Miami-Dade. I haven't been there. I kind of imagine. I kind of like see the all south, like southeast corner of Florida as just Miami. I do want to go to Naples though. I want to see, like, if I were to live someplace other than where I live now, I'd probably move to like Naples or Fort Myers. So I guess I've never been there, so I shouldn't say that. I just like it. It's more south, you know, more tropical. It's more tropical. It's more south you go. Florida old people smells. Who would have thought? So nice drive through on your way to the Keys. Yeah, I've never been to the Keys either. I would love to live on the Keys, but I hear that it's not so great down there. I hear that like it's kind of like owned by like 3 families, and it's like, I don't know. I would like to own a house in the Keys, but then maybe I wouldn't. I want to poke Jizzy to keep an eye out for the pizza guy. Did someone order pizza? Did you order pizza? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. It is almost time to end of the stream too, which is great because now I get to eat my pizza and like watch shit, and I don't have to eat it in here. I don't like eating in here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to redo my whole entire stream setup. This whole like setup needs to change. It's not very cozy. I keep looking at like my old streams from like the Yellow Room, and like a lot of those streams were so much more cozy than the this cold room that I have behind me. It's like I gotta fix this. It's not cozy. The stream setup is not cozy. I gotta fix the coziness of the stream. Keys are awesome. Just bring your wallet, pocketbook. The Keys are. I want to go to the Keys. I would like to live in the Keys. I feel like, but it's just too expensive. You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna live in the Keys or in and around the Keys, you have to have money, like a lot of money. Why not paint the new place backrooms yellow? Because that's not why this place is cozy. It's just I need to like set it up in a way that's not, you want to change stuff up from when you picked up the hooks anyway. Yeah, I want the hooks. I want those, like, I need to get some of these like Amazon gun hooks. Someone linked these last stream and they look perfect for what I want to do. I need these things, like a good amount of them. 3 items, so 1 pair black. So it's 3 of these if I get this, right? So if it comes with 3 in a pack. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's 1 pair, it's 2 pairs, 3 pairs. So if this is 3 pairs, that's pretty good. That's 3 guns that I have. So I need like 2 or 3 of these. What's this, 5 pairs? It's 5 guns. So I need 2 of these. So that'd be like $50 for 2 sets of 5. Then I could have 10 guns mounted on the wall. That's what I need. I need 2 of these. Of the 5 packs. 2 of the 5 packs. And then I also want to get a rug for this room because it's too echoey in this room. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it's very echoey in this room. And it, like, problematically so. I need to get rid of the echo. I need to get rid of the, I want a rug. I also want, like, a wall tapestry or something. I'm thinking about getting, like, an L desk. I need a new desk. I need to get, like, an L desk, and I'm gonna flip it around, and I'm gonna move shit around. It'll be really good, but... I got you 5 pairs. He did? Oh, he will be here tomorrow? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, I didn't realize someone actually bought some. Holy fuck, I'm actually excited for that. The northern keys are pretty affordable compared to the lower keys. It's also easier to run away from hurricanes. This is true, but then you're closer to Miami, and is that really a good thing? I don't know. What's the room measurement? Oh, I don't know. It's not that big of a room, but it's not that small either. I just need I need a different desk. I want to get like a... Here, let's see if I can look this up. Yeah. Desk. Like, I've bought these before on Amazon, but I couldn't bring them down because they were too big. So I had to, like, get rid of them. But something like, maybe something like this. I don't know if this would be the one I would go for, but something similar to this. So I could have it, like, in the corner, and I could stream from the corner, but I'd want to have it so, like, there's a camera facing the other way, so I could turn it around really quickly. But basically, just like this. I need an L desk like this. Right? And if I had that, that would be sick, and I could really set it up, and I need a rug. I need to go to, like, Goodwill and get a rug. Lived in South Miami. How is Miami to live in? Because, like, I always feel like it's not even really Florida. It's, like, its own thing, Miami. So it's like, I don't know. I've never been to Miami, so I have really no idea what it's like there. Looks like a weird L shape because room is, because of the closet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a weird shape because of the closet. Apparently, Worst Critical says it sucks. Well, I mean, he lives in Tampa, so that might be why. I don't know. I'm not, I spent most of my time in Central Florida, so I'm very, very well used to Tampa or in Orlando. Like, I spend most of my time in and around Tampa and Orlando. But I do want to go check out, like, Fort Myers and, like, Naples and the Keys. And I don't know what it'd be like to live there. I don't know. I know it's hotter down there, but I'm not sure if it really makes that much of a difference. It's been hot up here, but I've been kind of welcoming the heat. Like, it's been in the 90s recently, and I've been kind of enjoying it, to be honest with you, because I've been so fucking cold. And so I'll just, like, go outside, and I'll just be like, warmth. In Miami, you need to learn the good and bad neighborhoods because they all look the same. Huh. When I was a teenager, I would sneak out to South Beach. You need to measure the widest points in the room. I mean, it's probably like 10 feet. I think it's 10 feet from one side of the room to the other. So if I had to guess, it's like the widest point. It's 10 feet. Why? Why does it matter? I can fit whatever desk I need to fit in here, I think, right? I don't think I'd have a problem fitting a desk like that in here. I gotta get this desk out. I want to take this desk out. It's an awful desk. Like, I like the aesthetic, the bamboo aesthetic, but it's so not a good desk that I hate it. The divide has been widening over the past few years. Interesting. We'll get that room set up eventually. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll move. It's either I'm going to set up this room really good, and I'm going to reset up and redo this room, or I'm going to move. Or what's most likely going to happen is I'll spend a bunch of time and money resetting up this room into something really cool, and then I'll move. That's probably what's going to happen. Anyway, chat, it's 10 o'clock. I'm, like, starving. I'm going to go and, like, wait for the pizza to show up because I'm excited for the pizza. But thank you, everybody, for watching, for hanging out with me. Thank you, everybody who donated. Thank you, everybody who's hanging out with me tonight. I will be alive. I'm sorry I missed last stream. I was in Tampa again, because it seems like every other day I find myself in Tampa, unwillingly in Tampa. But, kitties will love their rug, yes. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for watching. The next stream will be Saturday. I will see everybody later.